Well, welcome. Oh, I already hate it. I don't like it.
Just be
it's
natural,
fine when
you
I'm just
motherfucker.
sat in a room by myself in the dark.
Don't make eye contact with us, just make eye contact with the mic.
Hello,
Everyone
everybody.
should stick some eyes to it.
Yeah.
Hello, Jennifer.
Googly eyes. Oh, there you go.
My friend.
I
I don't see any difference. It still just looks like you. And well done, you probably just knocked the mic, made a really loud
all
noise.
sorts of
So much
distortion.
And Simon.
Could do some
There you go.
ASMR. Help with this.
Do like a rum drinking
Oh,
mukbang.
what's that? You got a natural 20 to bring your character back? Still just wasn't quite enough.
It was really high, DC. Really high.
Cool, so welcome to what may or may not be the first episode of name pending Dungeons,
I thought we...
Dice and Dudes.
I thought we got to vote on this.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, you think,
nah,
you think
I
this is a
thought-
democracy?
I thought Dad...
Dad calls the shots.
Download Dungeons, Dice and Dudes.
Just to bring in...
Yeah.
Because there's already a ready-made market.
More people will search for me than do D&D.
We just quickly whip around the table just so they know whose voice to associate with who, your actual voice, and then what your other voice will be later. And then we do like separately record something, maybe with an animation. Gosh.
Tim's
I
the
have high
budget.
expectations, I'm just saying.
Tim's the producer, so he's bringing the money to this, so it's fine.
Hey, look,
Make
he's
the
the money
promises.
guy.
Make the promises to the fans.
I'm the
now.
DM that has to make a world and make
I'll
shit
be-
up based
sorry.
on you lot. So, you know, if you want to do other shit, that's fine.
I'll be all about that production value, hon.
Right, get me a coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not your slave.
Mocha latte now.
No, well, I'll get an assistant for that.
So, Tim, who are you? You're Tim.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Tim.
Who
This
is
is
your
my voice.
character?
Recognise it. Remember it. My character currently
Oof. Sore subject.
is called Ulrich Bloodstone. He is a rather large orc who's been through some times currently. We'll see how that pans out in a little while. Yeah, he weighs in at 383 pounds. He's 7'2".
Damn.
Distinguished features: he has a cut across his face, which has some cool nicknames associated with it. Well, not cool, they're just very literal. He was called the Cut Nose for a long time. He has like this very cool armor that he made himself, like a half plate that goes across his shoulder, like dwarven and orcish influences because he grew up with dwarves and learned how to blacksmith from dwarves. He's got a very awesome axe that he made himself called Peacemaker,
Which is magical.
which is magical and talks.
Totally magic.
And he is by far and away the dumbest creature on the plane. He's just thick as shit, but we love him for that. He may make some very unwise decisions because of that, but hey, that's D&D. You got to roll with your character. Got RP strong.
Sai, do you want to do what Tim did, but a lot briefer?
A bit condensed. Yeah.
And we can wait until we do that thing that we said we'd record at another time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I guess I'll go fuck myself.
2 strikes, mate.
The producer, as a producer, I thought you would have got the memo. What's going on here?
No one sends me memos.
I'm Sai. I'm 30. I'm a Gemini. And I portray... Well, actually, I kind of like to feel like the character flows through me and out. Frederick
Damn
Belmont
Day-Lewis.
is his name. He is the watcher for my previous character, Mordethus Alucard, no points for originality, who was a blunt hunter. Upon his death, Frederick took up his role in the party, and his voice is a very bad mix of Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Ian McKellen from the X-Men movies. And that is where my obsession with the X-Men movies ends. So
For
Of
sure.
course.
Sure.
We should also note that Sai is the Sean Bean of this group. And
Yeah.
Oh
lies
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
all the
yeah,
time.
so probably not going to make it out of this episode alive.
Cool, George.
Hello, I'm George. I am a 5'8" man playing a 5'7" woman in this campaign.
Would you 2020?
I know, right? I'm playing Sabine Hess. She is a female, red-coloured skin, glacier tiefling. She's got long black hair, 2 red horns poking out of her forehead, kind of like the classic devil horn kind of look. She's got a chaotic evil alignment, bit psychotic, she's kind of attractive.
She gets my gears going.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know, hotbeds. And she likes messing with people, hence the supposedly magic axe of Ulrich. That will hopefully.
That will all become clear.
I see
Yeah.
this
They
now.
got a thing.
They got a thing. She likes to fuck about with other characters, and she's got like a mixture of kind of utility clothes, but a bit of hotness to them. You know, kind of like sexy killer vibes.
Like Lara Croft is utilitarian and feminine.
Yes.
And now we have someone that's only one session in,
The
that we've
18.
played with for quite some time. It's Danilo.
Hello, that's me.
What a weeb.
Hi. No, that's not a real voice.
That was such a good Moss impression. So good.
I play Quinn, no surname, in parentheses.
Yeah, don't do any details that you don't want to.
Yeah, absolutely a human. And a very attractive and intelligent one to boot.
Well,
Doubt.
Can I
right,
roll
we're
insight?
inside.
No PvP, sorry.
Oh, were you done?
Yeah? Oh,
Oh,
short
yeah.
and sweet.
Yeah,
Boom.
short and sweet. See, he knows.
It's playing where the
Around
character
us.
comes out.
Oh, that's fine.
That's where we see him.
Cool. Okay, so before we get into last session in terms of like what happened, because it's a bit of a shit show, everybody.
We're just pouring rum.
Yeah. Everybody
Tense
leveled up.
moments.
Everybody leveled up. So someone already rolled theirs. Oh
No,
I thought
not
you were
yet.
I thought you were keeping it.
What?
You said that you rolled like a 10 or something.
Oh no, I'm not going to keep that now. I'll
Oh,
roll again. Don't worry, come on.
We've got to do it for the show comes first.
You
Yeah,
rolled
yeah.
yours.
I rolled my hit points, yeah.
I'm thinking of the
it's-
fans.
Oh wait, but not for your dead character.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I mean, that's like the only thing that I said. Wait until the podcast, but go fuck yourself.
well, this is
So
tense.
who's-
It's really fucking tense in
So
here.
in that case, I also did a wrong thing. Because I absolutely rolled mine about half an hour ago. But don't worry, I know what it was,
Daddy
and I can
DM.
reenact it
Well,
like
what-
super legit as if it's
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Reenact it. Reenact it.
Okay.
Daddy DM's going to
Okay.
punish us.
3 ones?
Oh,
Wait, did
unlucky.
you actually?
Yeah.
That's
That
Yeah.
sucks.
It sucks, right?
Better luck
that
next time.
hurts. That hurts.
Tiny glasses.
That's fine.
Dad, would you like us to do that now?
If you could, son. What did you get?
I got an extra 2 to my current 69.
Hey.
And that's with my paladin dice as well.
I will re-roll.
Unfortunate.
Ooh, that's a 4 from me.
Oh, that's a lot of roll. Fuck.
Wow.
lot of roll. Fuck. Lot of low
You
rolls.
smell toast.
The
I know that I
rum
got a
has
10 last
gotten-
time, so if I get anything lower
You'll
than
probably
10.
get 11
Too
or
much
12.
gravity in my roll.
Good.
That's a 2.
Good.
Nice.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Good
We're
one.
getting the bad rolls out of the way.
Okay, so a round of shit hell for you all.
I
Yeah.
was on max 100 though, like...
100. And then you're 70.
71 now, yeah.
72.
Oh.
Well, no, now going up to 76.
Are you-
no.
Do you want to share with the group?
42.
Wow.
That's what 11132
Well,
33
Wait, you
gets
do,
you out of
You do
these
get to
sectors.
re-roll ones.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's how I do it. You roll hit
I
points.
thought that was just
and-
with ability scores.
No, if you roll hit points and you roll a 1, you can re-roll. But if it's a 1 again,
You don't have
then
to
can-
pander. You don't have
No, I'm being
Pen.
serious.
Those are the rules,
Ben.
mate.
Panda.
He's the only
Nice.
person here that has a name that begins with D, so he's the only one that actually belongs. So
Oh,
Finally, somewhere.
I spent all my life.
Okay,
found my place.
well, I'm going to roll 3d6 again then, and then add on however many I need to add on.
sure.
Yes, good.
Well, do you need to? We need to -3 and then add on.
Yeah, well, you just add on the difference.
I'm just trying to show off that I'm the maths guy of the group.
Yeah. So yeah, with rolling ability scores, you roll take the three
Like he's just
highest,
pulled that out of his
but
head.
with hit points, if you roll a 1, you get to re-roll it.
Okay.
But
Wow.
whatever the second roll is, you keep.
I never knew that. The more you know.
I'm sorry, but I'm a big critical roll guy, and that's how they do it. so-
Shit, yeah, I'm back to where I was when I was level 7.
Nice.
Cool.
There you go. Cool.
That's
Okay, so we've rolled hit points. But in the last session, the group, because you still don't officially have a name, you had like a placeholder for something, and then you didn't decide if that was it.
Was it the Just? I
Yeah.
think that was our old name.
Yeah, because one
But
of your
that was-
other team members died.
So that was Matt's idea and my old character's alignment. So it's up to well, so it's basically up to Sabine.
Well, I mean,
Hey, I could.
Well, we're like.
if it's about alignment, we should probably have this session, guys.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
I've already got a crew,
I like to think that
so-
you're like trying to bring back Ulrich, and you're just like, but group name.
So I'm the longest standing member now, right?
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah.
Right.
So the group had just
Get a
ventured.
crown now.
I'm in charge.
The group had just ventured into the Herefis mines to locate a cultist who had been linked to a series of murders in Terrasol in the name of the betrayer god Bane. Heading through the mines, you found a hidden portion, thanks to Quinn. And as you made your way through, the group encountered multiple followers throughout, though eventually alerting those further in due to some unfortunate rolls. After a
To
few,
begin with, I kicked butt.
surprisingly,
Stunning, actually.
surprisingly good. It's like jamming a square peg in a round hole. Like, it will work.
That's how I play D&D. Yes.
After a few moments, you seem to have had a short respite before Ulrich saw a familiar hand belonging to a bone claw disappearing behind a corner deeper into the cavern. Stealing yourselves, the group split, taking two different paths, with Quinn and Sabine managing to spot a trap laid ahead. Unfortunately, Ulrich and Frederick were not so lucky and ended up walking into a glyph that had been kind of covered with a loose bit of dirt on the floor and kind of blasted them with some necrotic energy.
Big oofed.
Already kind of putting you on the back foot.
Yarp.
Persevering though, the group converged into the room that was completely dark. Most of the lanterns leading up to it had been snuffed out as you were coming closer. But as you breached the room, a long and grueling fight broke out with the group, the Boneclaw, a seemingly surviving cultist, and a warlock of Bane. Many blows were traded, which led to the majority of the party falling unconscious. With, I believe, Sabine, you got the last blow on the Boneclaw?
No.
Did you get both? Oh, never mind. I did put
No,
that,
I
but I
think,
was like,
no, you killed the...
I killed the
You went
the
down.
warlock guy.
Yeah, together.
And then he killed me because he blew up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was just me and the death guy, yeah.
Yeah, so Sabine managed to take out the warlock, whilst Quinn managed to land the final blow on the Deathclaw. However, before Sabine managed this, the warlock had managed to land a final blow on Ulrich.
R.I.P.
In a mad dash to get everyone back to their feet, Quinn rather quickly managed to bring most of them back, although due to no diamond being present, it was
left it in the coat.
a little it was a little too late for Ulrich. And so you began searching the cavern for anything that might help him. With Quinn's sharp eye, you managed to find some sort of relic belonging to Bane hidden behind a shrine to him, but at the base of which was a jet black sphere. Sensing a rather powerful dark magic emitting from it, the group paused to assess what was the right move until Frederick decided to pick it up. And as he did, a voice
against best wishes.
Yeah.
I might add.
It was a matter of haste. Yeah.
a voice whispered out to him, "Let's make a deal."
I thought it said, "I've been waiting for you to pick me up."
It was a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Can I just say before we begin,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hella nervous because I like my character and I want him to carry on.
So I will
existing.
do what I
I-
can.
No.
I enjoy the RP that we built up together.
It's true, and also I spent 30 quid on a bloody miniature, so
Oh, you're just going to repurpose it anyway.
But
true. But
most
still,
importantly, what's the name of this session?
Oh, come on. Give us the name.
No,
The
yeah.
fate of Ulrich.
The last one we had was Into the Depths, which was pretty impressive.
I
So
did-
Actually,
Well, the name for the last session was...
I improvised and made it Still in the Depths because it didn't have a name.
well, session 17 was Into the Depths. Last session was Dark Dealings.
Oh.
Dark
Oh,
dealings.
And I've realised that I have somehow misplaced all of my D20s.
Oh, right.
Well,
Wow.
For real? Are they in a bag?
you surely won't need them.
Why are
It's
they
not important. dice.
Separate.
Oh no, I found them.
Okay.
So, on that note of you being attached to that character, we were preparing to sling his corpse down a hole, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Just
Full
to,
yeeting.
just
Yeah,
to,
you're
just
like,
to
it's
be,
not worth
Alright,
it.
hang on.
Fuck it.
Good luck with that.
How much
He's
do you weigh
heavy as
again?
shit.
Yeah, all
383
three of us
Yeah.
pulled you over, I think, with the help of my mage hand for 9.9 pounds.
Yeah,
Uh,
9.9 pounds. So specific.
Right, anyway, that'll do.
We get
Uh,
rolling gravity to do the job.
Yeah.
so
yeah. That's
Please don't be thrown down the
we're
way.
trying.
I think,
Bring it back.
I think
We're
we
gonna
were
bring it back.
we were preparing to set you up on the edge of this hole.
Yeah, just in case.
But we were going to see if the orb could bring you back to life, and if something went awry, then we could
We
just
could
Like
kick
abandon-
300 style.
Yeah,
Just
we could
whoosh.
abandon you and the cave. But don't worry, I think you've been spared that fate by potentially a much worse fate. So
But to meta slightly,
Mhm.
he is chaotic evil and is more than happy to do the bidding of a dark entity, whatever that might be, to stay alive.
But none of you know that.
No,
Oh,
I,
no,
you
no,
know
we wouldn't
that.
make that. Yeah,
But you know that. Sorry, Nathan.
No, they don't
No,
know
I
that.
don't- I
Sorry,
don't know
Tim.
you guys are just dudes. You're straight up dudes.
yeah. Just a bunch of dudes.
Guys
with
being
deaths.
dudes.
Dudes in a dungeon.
Oh.
You might say.
With
With
some
that
dice.
Roll credits.
Roll time.
We do need to have like a theme song, right?
Well, add it to your list.
What's the one from
Producer, I'll cut that
with
for
the
myself.
sunglasses that he was?
I
Yeah,
think that's Led Zeppelin.
yeah.
It's not exactly.
Nah.
No,
It's
it's
yes. No, sorry, The Who.
yes.
The Who.
Like that.
Yes to that.
Who does it?
Oh.
Ah,
Oh, you got me.
Would that be copyright?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
yeah.
CSI isn't big anymore. We
We're-
can,
we're-
we can get there.
We're cancelled already. It's happened a while ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Netflix have pulled the already.
Yeah, there was. I don't even want to riff on that.
So, Frederick, you hearing your...
Might have did on the drink for this.
Yeah.
I'm already 3 deep, so you know. I'm ready.
Hearing your two companions, one fairly new to you, kind of bicker a little bit, trying to decide what is the best course of action,
Mhm.
you feel a sense of
Oh, that's
urgency and direction, and you still yourself for a moment, and you bend down and pick up the orb.
Regrettably.
As you pick it up and hold it in front of you, sound disappears entirely from your senses. The temperature drops until you can see your own breath, and your very bones start to shake from the cold. And everything else kind of turns to black. And a sound enters your mind, almost reverberating off of the darkness that surrounds you.
He's in it now.
I've been wondering when you would pick me up. See that you have yourself a little bit of a situation. I feel like a deal can be made.
To which is it this entity that I speak?
I don't really feel that that is something that is pertinent for you to know right now. I see that you made short work of my minions, but I applaud you for that.
It greatly pleasures me to have the respect of something so ethereal. Maybe a deal is to be made, but I must know at what cost it would debt me.
Now, don't get me wrong, I find it amusing what you've done here, but I do not respect you. You are but an ant to me. Now you speak of a price. What would you be willing to put up? Every time he speaks, there's just like a thousand like echoes to it.
Is this happening in like a small space of time? So we're still kind of otherwise engaged. Well, this is just
No,
like
so at this point now you can see, like, you kind of catch it
Yeah.
out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, oh, and he's like literally just standing there holding it, but his eyes are like almost like a grey inky black, but completely still. He doesn't even seem to be breathing. It's just like he's locked into this orb.
I say, Frederick, no! And can I mage hand knock it out of his hands?
You can try.
How brittle does it look? Does it look like it's gonna like smash if it hits the floor?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, that was great.
Oh yeah,
Very tense.
So see you guys next session.
I'm on edge.
So, GCSE B drama.
3.
It's kind of hard to tell because of how dark it is in here. You can only just see every now and again there's like a torch that I think one of you had,
Okay.
where the light kind of bounces off of it every now and again. But
I got my sword. Yeah, my flame blade.
Are you still going for it?
I think like when someone's like being electrocuted, you got to like take them away
Do
from
I-
the thing, right?
So do I see you go?
Oh yeah, you'll see me be
Frederick,
like,
okay.
no.
When bartering for a life, it has always been my experience, it is the buyer's market. Name your price and I will be willing to negotiate.
what exactly do you hold dear to yourself? A loved one, your own life, something that you've been seeking for some time?
I am plagued with dreams of a possession I may never reach. And I could divulge its whereabouts if it is an item that would be of benefit to your cause. I speak of the Moonblade of the Saldarine Pantheon.
I am aware such an item. However, I am also aware that it is not usable for me or anyone that I would ever trust to wield such a weapon. Nice try, though. Come on, this is your friend's life. You've traveled with him for only a month or so, but...
This is a very entrusted ally. He saw right by a comrade of mine, one that was of the Lycan race, for lack of a better term. As you have probably discovered, I am a man of faith. However, I believe that what I am doing is not faithful to those beliefs. I am willing to offer up a holy amulet for the presentation of destruction, and I can only assume Bane's dominance over the Angarath faith. And I would present my amulet as a token to spare my ally's life.
You think Bane has anything to do with what's happening right now? My word.
Are we...
Are you still going for it?
I was thinking about maybe instead of just knocking it out of his hand, maybe just picking it up out of his hand.
If you go
If
to
it's
do
not-
it,
not too-
I've got that. I'm gonna...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be freaking out because I can see his eyes have
Okay.
gone some elsewhere, right? Is he speaking out loud or in his head?
No, this is all taking
Okay,
place.
fine.
in
So
his
as you,
mind.
are you going to go?
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna try and stop you. I'll
Okay.
put my hand over you.
All right.
Wait, we
What are you
should
doing?
wait. We should probably try and see. You know, this might be our only chance to bring back Oryx. So maybe we should let this play out. Just to, if he looks honestly, if he looks in trouble, we'll do it. But
5 minutes.
I don't have a watch, but I will. Yes.
You mentioned someone, a ward of sorts. Do you have a particular kinship with him?
It is the tradition of my community for clerics and healers such as myself to guard the Lycan tribes of the Moonshade Isles. Unfortunately, this poor soul died in combat in Lycan form. I can attest to his skills. He lays cold in a cathedral in the big city. Is there a way to trade his essence for a life?
I mean, I don't have much use for a soul that's already gone, but it's useful to know where that body lies. I can always use more. Thank
would
you. You're not very good at this, are you?
I am but a humble traveller in the seek of knowledge.
How about this? I am always looking for more people to join my ascension of sorts. How about you just allow me to have your friend's soul once he's done doing whatever it is he needs to do, or give up your faith?
Oh shit.
Oh, girl! That's the deal.
My companion is but an orc,
Oof. Racist.
Racist.
Wow.
and from my experience exploring, all creatures, orc or otherwise, have a soul. My needs lie with knowledge, something that faith can cloud. So I offer to you my belief in the Sealdarine and the Angarath. no more would I be a servant to the Three Sisters in exchange for this orc's life.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, it's not bad.
21.
It's good.
21. No.
It's good.
What was your name?
I am Frederick Belmont. I do not come from aristocracy or any lineage. I am a self-made, humble servant of the Three Sisters, whose path may have diverged to that of the Harpers. I am willing to trade the rights of beliefs for worldly knowledge. Any crux of religion that obtains my soul, I am more than willing to let go of, with the hope that I can save my ally. If you wish it, and I care not for your master or some god, I care about the living and the breathing in front of me. As an entity, you do not intimidate me, but you are all powerful. And you are more real to me than any vision of the Three Sisters has ever been. And for that I would gladly give up any kind of faith. For this orc was taken all too soon doing the good of man, fighting you or fighting anyone. He deserves to stand on the living plane. So please, grant me this trade. I beg of you.
Is there anything that you two are doing right now?
How long's it been?
Yeah, it's probably not been 5 minutes just yet. So I am fretfully pacing up and down a 31 feet away.
I'd like to think Sabine's just like almost face to face, just watching you, just like trying to like
well,
figure out what
if you're face to face, you can just see like beads of sweat dripping down him. You see like a slight. He's pretty grey anyway, but there's a paler colour to him.
I just look over to you. I'm just like, yeah, this is pretty fucked up.
For flavour's sake, my normally white eyes, I'd probably say are black.
It's also pretty cool.
I am counting to the second with my wise,
With your egg timer.
Yeah. with my intelligence.
300.
I am counting the seconds to the 5 minutes by pacing up and down. But given he's got some time, he's got.
A loyal servant to a deity, one who has sworn their life to them, one who is willing to follow them to the ends of their lives. Turning someone like that is delicious. But your faith is shaken. You do not fully believe in what you are spouting.
If you spare my companion, I will believe in you! And that would be my new faith. Is that what pleases you?
Depending on what your actual intent is here, roll either a deception or a persuasion.
What are you rolling?
It's not gonna say.
I thought that's for you.
Oh, right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, it's not good.
Wow. Caricature.
That is a 9 on persuasion.
I'm gonna end up having no soul.
That makes two of us.
I'll tell you what. take that deal. I bring your friend back. He may not be quite the same as what he was, but coming back from the dead is a tricky thing. Believe me, I've done it a couple of times.
You're not the only one.
Out of the darkness, you just see a not quite skeletal. There is like skin and a slight bit of muscle, but it's incredibly withered. Just kind of stretch out of the darkness and just extend to you.
Got a shake on it. Got to do the whole.
At this point, you two see his hand kind of getting, like, raising up.
This means like, oh,
What's he doing?
He puts his amulet of faith into his hand and passes it across in the handshake.
You do not have that on you right now. In this
Oh, and the
space.
corporal
dream
Yeah.
sequence.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, just a handshake.
Oh, the deal.
I got him. Sleight of hand to pick something up of his wrist.
It's like his watch.
Got it.
He's a real one.
It's fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
The hand takes a hold of yours, and as soon as you do, you feel like you're just grabbing the coldest ice that you've ever touched. You immediately feel like you're getting frostbite. You guys see as his hand starts to blister.
I call you over.
Okay.
Uh,
I want to knock it out of his hand.
Okay.
He could be dying.
are you? I'm gonna stop you.
As
You're gonna do it.
as these blisters start appearing, he starts to shake, and Ulrich starts to shake.
Do we see that?
Yes.
I just like point to Ulrich.
You feel a pain that is blinding. Like your eyes, your vision just goes to white. You feel like something deep at the very essence of you is being torn apart. And for a moment, you feel a warm light, almost trying to reach through to you, but there's something that's blocking it.
As they're both shaking, can I roll like something to try and work out what the hell is happening here?
You could try, I suppose, make a medicine check.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, that's not the one I wanted. 9.
9. Not a clue. Not a clue.
He's getting cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his hand.
Cold, it was just me.
His hand is fucked up.
Yeah. I think they're both going to die. I will leave that in your capable hands, and I will move back 31 foot and sit on the floor and watch.
You suddenly bamf, and you get shot from your maybe about 10-15 feet backwards. You're at 1 hit point.
Oh,
Crikey.
And the orb just boof, like makes a small crater in the floor, and there's like a slight swirling to it.
Cool.
Would we like to cover it up and throw it down the pit, or shall we take it out for a date, have a little wander down the beach, maybe, next? I don't know what you guys wish to do.
I think candlelight dinner is the next.
Do you think? I cover it up if
Yeah.
again like we
I'm
should
just-
have done from the start. I cover it up.
I run over to Ulrich.
oh, he's getting sloppy topping.
Ulrich,
Yes, honey.
as you lay there, the rage still burning through your body, your vision starts to blur and darken, though you still feel your hand like gripping onto your axe. You can almost feel like the wood of it starting to splinter. A figure approaches you. For a moment, as the life is slowly kind of pumping out of your body, you think it's one of your party. You're fine. You're okay. But as the figure approaches, you see pale skin, kind of glazed over eyes, and a familiar symbol of Bane carved into their forehead. The figure kneels down next to you and places a hand on your chest, and as he leans in close and he whispers, "Death comes to us all." A pulse emits from your chest as you feel the last bit of life leave from your body. And the final breath leaves you as darkness takes you. In this darkness, you see specks of light. You will yourself forward and begin to slowly, as you approach them, make out details. People look kind of like humanoids, but they're larger. The proportions are a bit too big for people. They're orcs. Familiar.
Gee, some tissues.
A crowd of them begin to materialize one by one, slowly popping into existence. As you are maybe about 5 feet from them, Durgob steps forward and embraces you. He gestures behind him, and you see 2 more emerge from the crowd. Your father, Ganact, and your mother, Shell. She pulls you into a tight hug as your father places a hand behind the back of your head and brings your head against his. And you take a moment, you see pretty much everybody from your tribe. You look at them, look at your parents, and your mother rests a hand on your band on your arm and gives you a soft and warm smile. You suddenly feel a rush of air into your lungs, and there's a slight bit of torchlight that almost like blinds you just because you're so used to the darkness, and every muscle in your body aches. You guys suddenly see, as you're approaching him, you suddenly see him like start to get back up and sputter.
He's alive!
You just hear him like mumbling to himself, like, why? Getting like increasingly more angry and like, why?
Well, I thought you'd be a bit more excited about
I'm still not having a clue what's going on around me. Like, I was with them.
With who? You've been in a cave.
Yes, you're with us now, so...
You were dead?
I sure haven't done my voice at all. What? They were there. I could see her. Why? What?
You were straight up dead, like moments ago.
Where am I?
We were in a cave. We were fighting the cultists, the bone claw thing. Really fucked you up, bro.
Yes, the ones that killed you.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't do so well.
Was that a dream?
Was what a dream?
Is this real life?
I don't know.
Is Frederick moving at this point? Is Frederick moving at this point?
He's starting to stir.
Okay.
I haven't got up yet either. I'm still kind of on the floor.
Okay.
I'm just like, who did you see?
My tribe
Oh,
in my stronghold. My family.
the ones who are...
Well, I didn't know if they were dead or not, but I
Well, the good thing is you're back.
but I was with them. Why didn't you? He just goes very quiet.
I go and kick Frederick to try and rouse him from his mumbling.
Feel a sudden thud in the side of your ribs.
That's just what I needed today.
You might be thinking how I got here.
Now I have to tell you Quinn, was it? That I'm feeling very delicate. So I'd appreciate your foot not coming anywhere near my ribs as I'm having a lie down.
After I kicked him, I put one foot on one of his hands or wrists to keep it down to the ground, and say, "This is what you can tell me. You can tell me what exactly just happened."
I took initiative and did what no one else would do, and I made sure to bring our allies back. I know it might not mean much to you, but I have previously lost an ally. Ironically, one that was tasked with caretaking of Mr. Ulrich. It is now my responsibility to do it, and any means necessary to see fit that that task gets taken control of, I will do it. So please spare me the questioning. We've all had a very rough afternoon. Some more than others. So please, let me be. He kind of gets up and brushes himself off.
If you wish to be the harbinger of your own doom, then so be it. But I would like to have full disclosure before we go any further to say that should anything untoward happen, I would not hesitate in doing what must be done for the safety of those who are not at risk of nefarious ends, shall we say.
Have I...
Oh.
No, you go, no, you go.
Have I managed to gain some strength? Am I able to move now, get up, stand up?
Yeah, I mean, you're fucked. Like, you feel like utter dog shit. Actually, let me just look up something. Yeah, I'd say you're back to 1 hit point as well.
Frederick will make his way over to Ulrich, and with the final 5 points of lay on hands. Yeah, I will give 3 to Ulrich and 2 to myself.
Do we have a bag of holding?
So as you
Yes, they do, yeah.
place your hand,
Oh, yeah.
what would typically be a relatively bright white light is almost like a dull grey, like a slight tinge of black to it.
That doesn't look right.
You still get the health back.
You should get that checked out.
He's cast that before, right? In the fight, I think he cast it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We know it's
we
not
would
quite
know that
right.
that's not quite right, yeah?
This is also a shock to me, and I kind of look at you two and make very awkward eye contact.
Oh,
And just, without saying it, be like, don't mention it.
I just then look at you like, oh. Title of the episode.
I guess I position my axe down so I can use it to level myself up and kind of stand up. Obviously not very towering anymore, kind of very weak, very ill.
We were worried about you for a moment there. I mean, I was kind of ifs and buts, but
I'm still confused about what happened. I remember fighting and blood and people going down and stuff, and
well, yeah, we really got messed up. It was actually thanks to Quinn, really, that we're here.
so you brought me back.
No, and I would like to distance myself from that event as much as possible. No disrespect. I did everything within my power to save your life. However, it is due to the decision of your new guardian angel. Perhaps angel is a bit of a misnomer in this instance. However,
fucking with you, boy?
you have Frederick to thank for your return to the land of the living at a cost.
So Ulrich doesn't understand your tone. And he's like, "Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I didn't think I was gonna make it for a second there, but obviously you managed to heal me just in time before I died, so that's That's really good. I didn't want to die.
And I just, I'm good at killing things occasionally, so it's not really I couldn't really help you any more than.
Yeah, you're not
that
meant
helpful
for that kind of
No,
stuff, are
not
you?
really. But
Well, thank you, Frederick, for bringing me back from the brink of death, healing me up and all that.
I'm just happy I was in a position to help.
Well, yeah, I mean, you must have had like some just healing potions on you or something to help me out with that. So, yeah.
No,
I've never not.
we
really...
used those. They're gone.
Well, okay, you must have used your spells then to heal me back to not dying. It was really weird. I had like this. I felt like the life had left me, like your essence, and it had just gone.
It was dire straits that brought you back from the brink.
What, Sword the Swing or
Nice.
I feel our work here is done, and we should leave post haste.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
I guess. Sure.
Yeah,
I could probably use a nap and a good pie.
Yeah.
The most suitable quip.
We'll try and get word back to Jamon that we've finished the job, as it were.
Who
Right,
has
yeah.
the sending stones?
Oh no, he took that back, remember? Because I wasn't meant to keep it.
Sorry, my memory is
No,
hazy.
Just looking you in the eyes like, no, you've been through enough, it's okay. Don't worry.
Obviously, I'm facing all of the vein shit. Because I just stood up and I was facing it.
You're quite
Can I
close.
see the orb or anything like that? Do I see any of that?
I would say make a perception check, but if you could add 3 levels of exhaustion, which you would
Absolutely. This
Oh,
I know.
with disadvantage.
I covered the ball up, don't forget, with my ryegrass on it.
You also still
3
are
levels
aware
of
of the handle behind.
Now you have someone strong to dig a deeper hole that we may or may not already be in.
How much deeper can we get now? I mean, come on, guys.
Just about ability checks. Okay, perception, is it? That is 16.
Oh,
Pretty well.
Nice.
Okay. So you can see there is something on the floor that seems to be covered by a rag. I'm not entirely sure what that is. You're in a completely different area from where you were when you originally were killed.
Do I understand that yet?
I'd say you. Yeah. Given the conversation that you've already had, you'd know. Oh, okay. They'd probably move me over. You're dumb, but you're not that dumb.
So I just think I've just been resurrected as like a.
Yeah. Nobody's told you otherwise.
You're asleep. No, you're awake.
But and then you see a shrine, but that's all that you see. Obviously, you see kind of like bedrolls and stuff like that. But yeah.
Just to test something. Am I at all drawn to any of that stuff?
You are not.
Okay.
You do feel cold.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't normally feel cold, so that is a bit unsettling for Rick. I feel very odd. I'm cold
I
and
take a few steps back.
need to
ready
taste
my blade.
Yeah.
man flesh. No. Okay. Well, are we done here? Do we need to do anything else?
Hey,
I think it's time for us to leave, my dears.
I mean,
Yeah.
have we looted everything? And we good
yeah,
to-
no,
Yeah.
somebody did that earlier.
It's done.
Insight check on that, I guess.
I mean, does Ulrich not trust everybody?
Well, they've all been acting very strangely, and he's pretty dumb,
I'll give you that.
but he's wise.
Make an insight check with disadvantage.
Yeah. 12.
12. Can I get all of you to make a general deception check?
21.
Also,
Uh,
18.
18.
Wrong
That-
twice.
that's
17, no less. Numbers are not for me.
They all seem to be pretty straight up with you. From
Okay.
what you can tell, everybody's.
Sabine's like a bit heavier.
But that's just Sabine being weird.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what Ulrich would do now after that kind of experience.
Leave.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yes, let's. This is
Well, look, we've done what we came here to do. Let's go and rest, because I'm feeling like shit.
All right. Move. Just to clarify. Actually, no. Just gonna roll to see if he knows that word.
Oh, wow!
Just to clarify.
What? You are feeling odd.
Toss him down the hole.
Bang with a foot on the chest.
Back in the pit.
We killed the demon that I saw, and
Yes.
no, yes.
Yes.
Right, yeah, you did great, pal.
Dispatched.
That is correct.
Other than all three of us dying briefly, we did great.
okay.
Sorry, going down, not dying. We didn't die. No one died, right?
No one died here
No.
today.
All right. Well, let's go back then. All right. But we didn't get anything. There's no loot. I kind of wanted to get some cool artifacts and shit.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know if
Are you
there's
sure there's nothing around here? And he
I
goes to
mean,
look around.
Are
I
you sure there's nothing behind this shrine?
I say I want to point behind Ulrich and say
Like towards one of the exits.
just behind him. Doesn't matter. Relative to him, behind him, and say, "There's another cultist." As in that moment of distraction, I want to mage hand sweep that orb down the hole, rug and all.
Okay.
I wanted to wait till we were all gone, but now somebody's gonna
Make another deception check for me.
Does Frederick notice this? Because he's kind of eyeing that orb.
13.
13. Have you got passive insight? It's 13, so you like.
What are you doing?
But do you still go to?
Not if,
Bap it?
not if he doesn't look. No. Oh no. I'm very exhausted after saving all of your lives, and I am seeing things in the dark.
I mean,
Please excuse me,
it all
for I have sinned.
Bless you.
He didn't sneeze.
So just so you were, you did loot 2 potions. One was a potion of healing, and then the other one you don't know what it is.
Yes.
And
And you,
there was an
it
amount of gold as well, right? That I
475 gold pieces.
Jeez Louise.
currently am.
So we didn't find any gold or anything.
You've already insight checked me, so no. How many gold pieces was it?
475.
475.
I don't know if we split that or not. I think we might have split it.
According to my equipment, no.
Oh.
Did you-
I think I looted it, but I don't know if I.
Fair. Okay.
Every time your glance kind of hovers over the orb, you feel there's an innate draw to it. It's not too intense or powerful, like you don't feel like an overwhelming urge just to go over and touch it, but you just feel a connection to it.
Like Bilbo in the ring.
Are you going to do that? Ah! Get it!
I say at my failed attempt at getting rid of it, I say, Sabine, why don't you help your friend out and let's get him into the light of day, shall we? Quick.
Question just before. Did Sabine see the thing in the wall as well? The whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you two checked it out together.
Yeah.
And what did we from last session? What did
It
we?
was like a hilt.
Yeah, it looked like the hilts of a sword or something with the symbol of Bane kind of carved into it, but it was very difficult to see.
Pommel.
Pummel. And it's directly behind this shrine to Bane, of which there was a orb at the base of
Which is
it.
now gone.
Yeah. So it was only because I think it was you, rolled so high on your investigation
Yeah.
that you even found it.
Did you share that knowledge with me about the pommel?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
you-
Well,
I'm
we were
pretty sure you
frantically
two know
looking
about
for trying to get a way out of here. Yeah. or
I
save
don't
someone's
believe
life.
he does.
I don't think I do know that.
No.
Thank you. But I know about the orb.
Yeah, you do. And Ulrich's just been asking, like, is there anything else to loot? Hasn't he?
Yeah.
Before we go, I'm just gonna go. Oh, there was one thing, Ulrich.
What?
There was something behind that shrine, but yeah, I it's really stuck in there. Just for full transparency, because we're all being so honest today.
I mean, yeah, I got that. That's fine. Okay. I mean, I'm feeling pretty weak, but I'll go and have a look at it.
Shit, yeah, he's fucked up.
Might not even pull it out.
Always.
He won't
Do
pull
I
it out.
do I go over to the altar then and see what they're talking about?
Yeah, I would assume that you would.
Kind of
Point him
gesture
in
in
the right
direction,
direction.
while
Yeah.
slowly walking towards the exit.
It's over there. Yep, over there.
So there is about a 10-foot long wooden plank way. Does not look that sturdy,
Oh, that was the
but
wasn't it? Yeah.
Across the pit.
you'd have to cross that to get to where it's almost like a little island that's connected to the back wall.
How close to those wooden beams is the orb?
Probably about maybe like 10-15 feet away.
Sabine just like shouts over because she's towards the exit now as you're walking towards this. It looks pretty. Doesn't look pretty steady. So yeah, just bear that in mind.
Maybe I could go and have a look and hold them in place.
Split the pie.
Just for the podcast, Sai gave me the weirdest look I've ever seen in my life.
Them's with sex eyes.
I am aroused.
I mean, sure, if you think that would help.
Let me take a moment to. Sorry.
You okay? What's wrong with you?
I just need to have a glance at this before we risk losing you again. Is my concern.
Losing me?
Chaotic evil.
How we
Oh,
almost
because I went
did.
down. Yeah.
So I make my way over towards the beams
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
with my cloak flowing behind me. I would like to make my way to the beams by passing the orb,
Yep.
and I would like to have a stab at picking it up
At the orb, sorry.
Yeah. without anyone noticing, preferably.
Are
you-
eagle-eyed.
Are you still
in the room?
Yeah,
I've gone
Sabine-
back a bit because you
Sabine
guys
is
are
like
insanely
towards one of the
suicidal.
exits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quinn
I don't
has
know
kind
what's going on.
of stepped back, so he's kind of like in
In the
between the
middle.
two.
Yeah, but I'm
Let's-
I'm watching for sure.
Yeah, he's got his eyes
Okay.
like on that area.
Yeah. You guys are like the weakest and the least eager to leave, so I'm very perplexed at your intentions right now.
So, if you were to attempt that, you would almost certainly have to make a fucking high sleight of hand check and deception check because he's eyeing it.
I'm more than willing to make a sleight of hand check, but if I make my way over to it, I look at Quinn and I pull out my religious amulet.
Which, by the way, is almost completely blackened.
Okay.
oh,
We're in a dark cave though, right?
yeah, I guess I wouldn't see.
Yeah,
it.
he wouldn't be
It's
able to see that,
blackened,
but
yeah.
you can tell there's typically like a glow to it for you.
Okay.
That is almost completely gone.
I put it to my chest,
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging that Quinn is still watching me. And as I go to touch the orb, I will cast the light cantrip in the brightest light possible.
I just shake my head because I know what you're trying to do.
I see you.
Okay.
And then I want to try and pick it up, obviously, under the cover of the light.
Okay. So the cantrip lights.
Yes. Would you like me to read it out?
If you could, please.
You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be coloured as you like. Completely covering the object with something opaque blocks the light. The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. And then the rest is about if it's worn by a creature.
Okay. So you're just gonna try and dip down to pick it up, and then cast it on the orb.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to hide this from him?
I want to make a show of it to make it look like I'm performing some kind of religious act
Right.
to
Oh, I
cleanse the orb or
Okay.
destroy the orb.
Well, in that case, then make a deception check. This is not how I thought this was going to go.
11.
When does it
My
ever go
passive
out?
is 13. I can roll if you want.
No, you're actively just keeping an eye out on the situation. You're kind of reading everything, keeping an eye out. As he's you can see that there is, although he's reaching down to touch it, it seems like he's trying to do something about it. It's the overtness of how he's doing it that you're like,
It's just so bait.
Like flare, like.
yeah, a little too try hard.
Right, yeah.
So how you want to play that is up to
I
you.
see you, fucker.
Okay, so as you bend down to get the orb, I will cast message cantrip Pew! into your brain and say something like, I know what you are trying to do. By taking it, you accept full and complete responsibility for whatever happens. And I shall have none of it.
I'll roll it into the pit.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting move.
Okay.
Have you gone over to the thing to stage it for me now? Or?
So this
Oh,
is
yeah.
You're just like,
Waiting, bro.
You can cut
Why?
the
Are you
hair.
tying your shoe or?
Do
So
I see
you-
what's happened and like?
do you touch it as it's exposed?
I
Or do you keep the cloth on it?
would have had to take the cloth off to cast light on the orb. Otherwise, it would have been very. Yeah, so I would have. Yeah. I would
Make a
have taken the cloth.
charisma saving throw for me. So the experienced D&D person's like, fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot.
My character is like, you fucking idiot. It's a brilliant Venn diagram, which is just one circle right now.
12.
12. The moment your hands touch it, you can almost hear the conversation that you had in your head, and just the way that he spoke. There was a charisma about him. There was an eloquence to his words. No, I can't get rid of this. This could be a very important object. It could help us. You don't pick it up, but you don't toss it down the hole.
You'll have to toss me.
Whilst this is happening, you're still just stood there.
Literally John Travolta, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I get fed up and just.
Once I realise I can't do either, I just kind of snap back and then just go to leave. Just don't even acknowledge Ulrich and then walk past him and just not bolt, but storm towards the exit.
Okay.
As you pass me, I grab you here to stop you and look and whisper to you, and so that these two can't hear, and say, whatever happened you owe it to him to tell him the truth. You don't need to tell us, but you need to tell him what debt has been paid, if there has been a debt.
In this
And then I let go.
one moment of time, you realise
Make a
that I am
dexterity
wearing
check.
glasses,
Okay.
and I turn to you, and the light hits both lenses, and I carry on walking.
Don't make me misty step behind you.
So you start walking across. It is
Sorry.
every
Sorry, moves out of the way.
every step you take,
Every move you make.
I'll be watching you.
it feels like the bridge will break.
Yeah, I would.
But you manage to make it across.
Huh?
You don't know if it will last if you go back across it again, but you make it across.
Okie dokie.
You, as you're someone that's like kind of keeping an eye out,
Yeah.
and kind of trying to keep your eye on as many spinning plates as you can,
Mhm.
you can hear the wood splintering as he walks across it, but he makes it across.
Okay. Don't move anymore.
I turn
Please
around,
stop.
I turn around like, what?
Don't
I just
move.
wanted to get the...
Do that, and then don't do anything more.
You said those are things.
Do
so
that.
I wanted to get
And
them.
then we will then Sabine will provide you with additional instructions once you've
Oh,
reached
have
your
I,
objective.
have I messed up here? Is
No,
that
not at
No,
all.
I-
Sterling job.
I just don't
sterling job?
think. Have I? I mean, I'm walking up the table. Have I seen that it's like
Well,
struggling
yeah,
under?
you haven't left that area yet, so you see him move across. You can kind of at the corner where you hear or you see these two have like a word with each other, but then you hear like breaking of wood. Like, oh fuck!
Has he gone past yet? Like me?
I'd like to think I'm out.
Cool.
Ah.
Yeah, he's like stormed.
I just shout after you like, "Hey, Frederick, you're meant to be helping Ulrich. You know,
Just keeps going.
fuck. Okay."
I've got nothing.
What do I see in front of me?
Well, for the actual shrine itself,
Oh, no.
it does appear to be a shrine carved in the symbol of Bane, but with like a set of wings behind it, kind of arched upwards, but then curled back down. And with not too much effort, you can kind of just make a general strength check for me.
Ah, shit.
I rolled a 2, but that's plus 9, so like 11.
Just straight strength.
Oh, straight strength.
Yeah.
Okay, 7.
7. It's not the it's not the best built shrine in the world. It's like just cheap like kind of stone that's just been carved. So it doesn't take too much effort to kind of roll it off, and it kind of you hear it fall and collapse and clatters down the hole, and as it does, but it's quite a ways away.
I'm just like, I'm sure that's fine. Can he roll like a check on that, see if he knows what that might be down there?
Down there, fucking go ahead, make a perception check.
Was it only a whisper that he could hear, or quiet enough that he could hear, or can...
What's your passive perception?
Garbage 10.
10. No.
Can I?
What's your passive?
11.
Oh, sorry. 15.
You hear some slight echoes
What was it?
after he's like tossed this shrine. He's like
Oh.
Fool of a duck.
Oh.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11.
11. Not a clue.
Alright, I'll
It's
shrug it off.
vaguely familiar, but like a dream that you've had months ago. And you're like,
Can't quite grasp it.
yeah.
I'm just like shout after I hear this thing. Ulrich, you're almost finished.
I think so. Is there something I'm gonna be looking for here, or?
Oh. Yeah, there's
Pummel in the wall.
there's like a knife thing hanging out of a wall. You should see it. I don't want to use big words with it.
Right.
Like
yeah.
a handle of a knife.
Oh, you mean like a pommel?
Yeah. Like,
Something
like
is
a pommel.
wrong.
It's not well.
I'm a fucking blacksmith. Of course I know what.
Oh, sorry. I forgot your professions.
I
Yes,
know you
just like a pommel. Why did I use that word?
Oh, okay. Do I see it?
With them, or with Sabine anyway, pointing it out, you kind of feel around the rock for a while, and you do eventually feel a sturdy, circular, but like maybe that much, kind of sticking out the wall, and you're like, oh, okay, that must be what they're talking about.
Can I see anything around it that can, or is it like literally embedded?
It's
like
pretty much embedded in the rock.
baked in?
Yeah.
Stop. Don't move.
Stop. Stop.
Freeze. I get closer, but my ready in action to Misty Step away is always there.
Yeah, always.
One of my last remaining spell slots. If I don't have rope, can I borrow your rope?
Yeah.
And then I throw it to you.
Oh.
And just say, tie this around your waist, and then I hand the other end to you.
And I then at this point, as you're doing this,
Yeah.
just trying to persuade you. So I don't know if you want me to roll for this. Just like, Frederick, get back here right now, you piece of shit.
This wouldn't be a roll. Do you want to stop?
Frederick takes a quick but hard think about the things he's experienced this afternoon, and he turns back. Come on.
Thank you.
Still freeze, please. Do either of you have any pitons?
Oh yeah,
Your
I got them.
bags.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Tony's.
Yes.
Ah.
Hey.
What?
Tony
Oh, those
people.
pizza toppings.
Yeah.
It's pizza time.
I say, attach the other end to the rope to those, and maybe like 10 of them, and then you may
Oh,
resume.
I see
Yeah,
what
no
you're
idea
doing,
what's
so
going
I
on.
don't fall to my
Indeed,
death.
yes.
I
Yes.
see. I like you. You're always looking out for my well-being.
In the day that you've known him.
I
Frederick is
suppose I am.
quietly seething after he says this, and he makes the Arthur fist by his side. Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her, when she's like holding the napkin and her hand just starts bleeding? That's what he's doing.
Well, do I see that happening?
You're pretty engrossed in what you're doing.
Okay, cool.
Tie it around yourself, yes.
Oh yeah. What kind of knot?
The best you can do.
Let's do it with some gusto.
Yeah.
Come on.
And
As
do
long
it
as you try
twice.
your best.
Again,
Yes.
doesn't understand your tone. Just like,
Falling to his death, but he tried his best.
That's what he'll be known for. At this point, no one else can help. So like, you just gotta do your best, dude.
again, like your attitude.
Up and over,
Knot, do you want to roll
round the
for
hole.
How good the knot is?
With no.
Even if
No.
I knew how to explain how to tie a good knot, I'm not going to waste my time on it. Trying to communicate.
I would say because of your time sailing from your home continent, you
yeah,
would not
okay.
need to roll. You would know
No
a
good
couple of
knots.
decent knots.
Good seaman knot.
Oh, it's so
I hate a knot.
sticky.
Ah.
Alright, I'm all knotted
Okay.
up.
More
ready
of a
to go.
rope guy,
Are
yes,
we
sir?
pitted into the ground?
I
then?
hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Big
assuming
fan
you're...
of
We're all holding it as well. I'm
If it's
guessing.
not
Yeah.
threaded, then it's okay.
So all three of us are holding it, and we've pitted it into the ground.
I am actually
Can
not
I
holding it
see
because I'm weak as shit.
any other
so-
parts of the shrine?
You like that on it?
Come
Yeah.
Finger on the rope.
No, so
Do
now
like
that you've taken off of that main bit of the
GG.
shrine, you're now faced pretty much with just a slight curvature in the wall, kind of very like lots of bumps and grooves to it, and you can just see this little bit in like maybe about for you probably stomach height kind of bit of material kind of jutting out of the wall.
Enough to get two hands around?
No,
Just one hand.
barely, like with the
Where
size
are
of
we?
your hands, barely even your hand. Like you could get like that around it. You'd have to like chisel away
He's
to
done
try and
I
get
do
it.
have some blacksmith tools on me, so I'll pop those out and get a chisel in.
Cool. I'd say to do this without causing too much
Structural.
structural damage,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose make an athletics check because that's what we use for your blacksmithing.
Well, I have advantage on that anyway,
So
so
just a
it's straight
straight
roll.
Tight.
Slav on
any
them
of
now.
my things left.
10. Okay. You start chiseling away. You're pretty weak at the moment, so there aren't any kind of major cracks or anything like that. It's not like it's going to suddenly cause a cave-in. But you get like just enough that you can get like a good fist around.
Right,
Sorry.
Good handful.
For the record, sorry.
I'll put some chalk on my hands. 'Cause that's
Shit, we're really leveraging every single bit we can, right?
I like you just got like a bag of chalk. You're like, right, power lifter ready.
Weight belt on.
He's got the pre-workout on the go. He's caffeined up.
Fucking charged.
Check storage of my muscles. I go to try and pull it out, whatever it is.
Make another strength check.
Oh, before I do, could I rage?
If you've got a rage left, yeah, sure.
You got another one in
Rage.
your bud?
I think
He's
I
got
do.
a rage on.
I have one rage.
Cool. So you kind of take your hand, you bite into it. Fucking Attack on Titan style.
I would like to rage.
No. No.
So that means I can straight roll this.
Straight roll it.
Wonderful. Straight strength check. Okay. Take this out of the way. Just gotta really get the action in there.
Well, this was. Oh, no, yeah, it was well worth it. Yeah.
That's a natural one for those listening.
So you place your hand on the wall. Good wide stance, about shoulder width apart. Chalk your hand up from wherever you got the chalk from. Grab the kind of bit of the handle that you've made available. And as you have, you do see...
Fuck you, dice.
Don't blame the dice, blame you. This is your fault.
Good one.
Ooh,
Pull something up for a second.
It's all gone Pete Tom, hasn't it?
So glad I gave up my religion for you to die 10 minutes later.
I'm tied up. I'm all sorted. I'll just hit the sides.
Clonk.
Spine.
As you've
Swinging,
chiseled away,
so
you
it's
do
like
see
a
that there is a
thread.
slight, jagged, almost like spiked design around the base of the pommel to kind of help keep your hand in place. It digs into your skin, not enough to hurt, but it's almost like that. If you want to wield this and wield it properly, there is a bit of pain related to it. You place onto that, and as you go to push, you do that motion, but just not enough chalk on your hand, and it slips.
Oh, fuck.
But the momentum is still there, and you push yourself backwards onto this wooden bridge.
Hold.
Brace.
Everyone put their
Who
feet in.
is everybody holding onto this rope?
And it's
I'm
been
not.
banged into the floor. Oh,
You're not.
I'm super weak.
we are, and it's
You
been
two are.
pitoned into
Can I
the
get
floor.
you both to make strength checks for me?
Pittons give us advantage? Or?
I'll get you, make it a saving throw.
Okay. Doesn't help.
Danger
No,
sense.
it's the same for me.
Obviously, I'm about to make a dexterity saving throw,
You are not. This
No,
is
it's
entirely
not.
dependent on these two.
so I can't.
No,
at
don't
all-
say that.
Don't say that.
Because you've yeeted yourself against the wall trying to get enough momentum to pull something out of solid rock.
Well, it's
What?
15.
Roll these again. Look at. Oh, there was one and a two.
15 total.
15.
That's a 4
Oh!
from me.
Okay.
I mean, I could go back to the orb and do another sacrifice if you want.
Yeah,
Do a 2-for-1 offer on live.
Sorry, I know we just agreed.
Cool.
Is that like a one-time offer? Or?
Who's standing closest?
Ooh, I mean, I think I'd probably be at the back because I
Okay, cool.
left
Yeah.
and came back.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you yeet backwards, crash through the wood, instantly smash into the back of the wall, away from the island or the precipice that you were standing on. You with the help of the kind of
Piton.
pitons, kind of keeping it in, you manage to like somehow like, kind of dig your heels into a bit of stone. The rope does slip through a little bit, and as it does, you're not expecting it because you're expecting Sabine to take the brunt of it, which pulls you forwards. You smash into the back of Sabine.
I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah. Kinky.
You luckily manage to, as you feel this, you kind of push one hand down off of his head and push yourself up and grab a hold of the rope and keep a hold of it. But you're fucking flying towards the edge.
Oh, fuck.
With you two, I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
So now, because of my danger sense,
Now
Here
I will
we
give
go.
you
can I-
Seeing
straight roll.
Yeah.
Seeing now he's on his own, I will probably now try and be like, well,
The wizard is coming
to save the day. I'll pull this £9 million man out.
Hey,
Sorry, did I add a couple zeros?
It's only £400.
Okay, yeah.
It's an 18 for me. So
18.
It's a 7 from me.
fucking hell. I'll be on the orb getting
Yeah.
bargain.
Guys, if one of us dies, there's a thing over there. That
So
you might feel a bit sick.
you get the wind knocked out of you, smash into the back of the wall, and but you instinctually swing an arm up and manage to grab the edge. And as you do, you kind of get just enough time to start to crest, and as your eyes come up, you see Frederick just sliding towards you. Can I get you to make... Fucking hell, it's all the rolls. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so many rolls.
Can I get you to make a strength saving throw?
Still raging.
He's
Still raging, so straight throw.
Is this to maybe for him to?
So it's somehow like catch with his forehead.
I want to exchange my readied action for another
yeah,
spell.
hun.
That if that doesn't work,
Okay.
and then I'll tell everybody what it is.
26.
26.
Oh,
As you kind of
Give
pull
us a
yourself
custard.
up,
There we go.
you see Frederick like sliding towards you, and as you do, you just kind of swing your other arm up, dig your fingers in, and just headbutt him into the wall.
yeah.
He's you
Yeah.
Right in the dick.
slide into his head, and you feel your teeth like crack together. Like if your tongue was there, it would probably be gone. And you have the biggest headache you've ever had. Like you're fine,
I wasn't feeling
but
well
you've
already.
already got like a bit of blood starting to like trickle down your head. You're not going anywhere. You're fine, but
Everyone's a little bit worse for wear.
yeah.
Okay.
It's one way.
So Sabine's still holding the rope. There's just no one on it now.
Yeah, your hands are burnt to fuck unless you've got. You'd have gloves on. Yeah. So there's like burnt leather, but you're okay.
It smells like cow.
This is why I love you guys. It's like you're just a fucking mess at this
The rogue
precipice.
outstrength the cleric / paladin.
So
Was
I'm
that-
just waiting for that ability.
I'll put
improvement.
myself up.
So you guys are safe now. We don't need to.
He's got a
Yeah,
concussion,
they're
but yeah.
safe.
yeah.
He's now starting to pull himself up. You're kind of dusting yourself off, wiping the blood from your forehead.
I lick it.
Oh, you look at
Kinky.
Too much iron in your blood.
Too much blood in your blood.
That's pretty good. That's pretty blood.
I'll turn around and have a look at the gap and be like, can I jump that?
Oh god.
Oh, fuck
Let's
that.
just go.
Or maybe.
Now suddenly you wish to go.
I don't have
Well,
what I wanted.
now
so
I'm not
I
doing it.
need to leave.
Just so you're aware, Orb is still there.
How close is it to me?
To you, probably about 10 feet away, just off to your side.
Whilst,
And about 10 feet.
whilst you're
Do I see it? Is it an orb that I can see?
Oh, I'm in the gap.
Oh, the
It's
gap.
about
Oh, the
10
gap.
feet. Yeah.
Or it goes to jump.
Oh fuck.
aren't you exhausted? or
I
something?
tap the
Is that,
pythons to be like ting ting ting.
If he dies, he dies.
If it be, it be. You know. It's just.
Do
I'm
be
really
like that.
sorry, but it's what he would do. He's got his eyes set on something now.
I have a spell ready for a very 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 worst case scenario.
Very, very, very likely.
Right. So
Are you like is?
Oh lord.
Oh, lordy lord.
Is Quinn like
Sure.
eyeing them up or like
40
going
feet.
through any motions right now?
I am
Do I notice what Quinn is looking at?
debating my life choices.
Is it quite like visually like on your face? Could it be easily quite?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm exasperated, tired.
yeah. You could.
I'm
you take
at
like
the point of
10
giving
feet
up.
run up. You can make it.
Alright, I'll do that.
Sabine just walks over to you as he's about to jump.
So-
and go, you'll get used to these
Just make
fuckers.
just make a general athletics check for me.
I don't-
He
Straight
jumps.
rolls.
I don't think I'll have to.
What were you? Sorry,
Don't think they'll make it.
I just want to know how drawn I am to the orb, as I've not only
It's-
failed to pick it up, but also failed to destroy it.
So, whilst you've been doing all of this, it's not even been in your mind. But the moment your gaze passes over it, there's there's like a line that connects you to it.
Lovely.
Speaking in like what
Would you
Sauron's
roll?
ring speaks.
Yeah. The light.
Sound of Barad.
23.
Kicks
Easy.
your feet
You
up.
run, and as you jump, you actually break some rocks out of the like momentum. For someone that was being so close to death, the orcish blood inside of you and your sheer mass, there's like your calves are popping right now. As
Like
you just
grenades.
blow across the gap. And as you kind of land into the wall, and it kind of breaks a little bit more away
Tight.
from the wall itself.
Tight, hard.
Land shoulder first into the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe as he's landed and as you're now doing whatever the hell you're doing, I
Probably
say,
crawling,
Chatting to you.
Yeah.
salivating towards
gentlemen, do you want to grab the rope again, or should we?
Have we seen him
I'm still
land?
tied up, yeah.
Have we
Yeah,
seen
you
him
rope around
land?
your waist.
Because if he's landed, we'll just be like, I think he's got it.
Okie dokie. I sit down.
You are reconsidering
Yeah.
the whole.
I like to think I get out some of my rations and I'm just
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Have you got popcorn out
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Give it another go.
Alright, this will be the last time before your rage
Drops.
fades. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause you're not actually attacking anything.
And it's straight strength.
We'll make this an athletics check.
Thank you, hon. What? Yeah.
As this time you kind of, instead of kind of relying on your upper body strength, you're kind of planting your feet slightly back towards you, like you're doing almost like a back rear pull.
17.
17. Okay. You kind of brace your feet into the ground, kind of push your fingers, kind of trying to dig as much into the rock as you can, place your hand around it, and you start to pull. And you pull, you can hear the rock breaking. It kind of starts to budge. It's not enough to fully bring it out. I'd need you to make another athletics check.
Tally ho.
Not that one. It's a 10.
10. Loosens the rock even more. You can start to feel this platform that you're on starting to kind of give a little. As each time you're placing, you weigh a lot,
Yeah.
and you're pushing a lot of that weight into this platform that you're on.
Okay. I'm still going. Still trying to get this out. I don't realise what's happening because I'm very focused right now.
Okay. Make another athletics check.
15.
As you pull, you can feel some of the rock start to kind of break. You can feel it like slowly, almost like not quite turning it to powder. But you can feel it giving, and as you pull, it breaks out, and before you, you see a almost jet black morning star. These thick spikes protruding about a foot long out of the head of this weapon. The jagged blades kind of braced around you. They're sunk deep into your hand. Like if you keep your fist clenched, like it's solid. Your hand's not going anywhere, and that almost adds to the momentum that you can use to swing with this thing.
Lit.
Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, that looks. I mean, we only saw the end of it. That looks amazing.
It's kind of in my hand a little bit.
Where is everyone's attention at the moment?
On that.
Yeah.
On that.
Can I scurry over to the orb?
You can move towards it, yeah.
I'd like to move towards it, and if I'm in reach of it, wrap it back up and put it in the bag of holding.
Suck an orb.
Because you're trying to do this without drawing any attention to yourself,
Yeah.
make a stealth check.
It's not
I have
you.
disadvantage on this. You're right, Bridge.
You're right.
Yeah.
We are
What is
recording, so you're live on air.
Yeah, you're on a
Live on
podcast
Channel 4.
right now.
Please. do not
Please.
swear.
Am I actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
What do
live.
you mean you're live? Where?
Well, we're live 60.
Mr. Worldwide.
What am I like on YouTube or are you streaming?
We're not.
No, you
We're just
porn. We're on you porn.
recording it.
Yeah.
It's not live yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who's gonna listen to it?
That's what we're all asking ourselves as well, Bridget. Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Weebs, nerds, simps.
Yeah, but where's it gonna go?
On
Probably
Apple.
SoundCloud or something.
On
Yeah.
Apple. Oh, Sound.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
I'll put a drum beat underneath it.
Didn't you know we're on the same par as Joe Rogan?
I don't know who that is.
No, we watched Joe Rogan. And the coronavirus one we watched. That was
What
Joe Rogan.
coronavirus one?
That podcast.
Right, it's a big virus that's affecting the whole world.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
know.
that doctor that was talking about it on the YouTube we watched.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah,
Oh, is that him? Oh, I don't know his name. You know. But yeah, obviously doing my birthday, search for
Jesus Christ, you are rolling shit tonight.
I know where we're going. We're going.
The
to
other
shop.
one wasn't even very good.
Okay. Since everybody's focus is on Ulrich, could I get everybody else,
Me included.
yeah, sure, to make a perception check?
To beat that paltry number.
Just let me have this.
10.
10.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
I got a yeet. I got my first yeet.
You. 14.
With disadvantage.
Man, this is
That's
herding cats.
We haven't even left.
Oh.
Yep, I knew all that extra work I did was going to go to waste.
Hey, you got content for another episode.
Yeah, I guess.
Content.
So, I mean, you still pick it up in the rag, but as you kind of do and stand up and turn, everybody's just looking at you.
I just wink. I'm just like, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like.
I know Sabine would love
It means
that.
like fill your boots. Yeah.
You gonna put that in the refrigerator?
Put that in the refrigerator. Don't get drunk with that. I put it in the bag.
Okay.
Into the bag.
Shamelessly.
I believe, Frederick believes, with his now corrupted mind, that these guys are just kidding themselves if they don't think it had a part in bringing Ulrich back to life. And that's not a good thing in Frederick's brain, because we brought an ally back to life, no matter what the cost is.
No matter what the cost.
I usher, I dismissively wave my hand at you,
I can hear
and
tut.
yeah,
Echoes the caves. Tut.
I usher you back over the chasm. Please come back.
Jump over. I
Yeah,
guess.
make an athletics check.
I step
Heal.
back to get out of the way of this
This would be with
ginormous.
disadvantage.
devil
That's a very
may.
loaded statement. Just come back.
Still good. Unnatural 20.
Cool. Yeah, easily enough. Even with this kind of hefty weapon in your hand, you just kind of... You still manage to make it over, smack into the edge. There's a few rocks that fall down, and again...
Do I hear it more clearly this time?
It's about the same as what it was before.
We hear it as
You,
well.
you would hear it. You're right up... Are you right up
I
against?
am, yeah, because I went over to help
What
him.
was your passive again?
10. Garbage.
10. You just hear like slight whispers.
Okay.
I think it's it's time for us to probably go now.
I mean, I got a nice little morning star. Let's.
And you got whatever that was, so
I think it's time for us to go.
yeah.
Is there a special name for this orb?
No. Just put
Dark
in,
orb.
Jet black
Give me 10 minutes and I give you a name.
Morningstar.
You don't know. You'll have to attune to it.
Okay then.
Ah, shit. I forgot you need material components for identify. God damn
But for a weapon, it looks like it should weigh quite a bit, despite its, relatively short size. Pretty light.
Okay.
But every time you as you're kind of messing around with it, there's a heavy,
Feel the air move around.
yeah.
I say, let us make haste to whatever allies you seem to have in the nearby town, and then we spend some money, and I can have a look at whatever artifacts people have procured. for
Sounds
today's
good to me.
expedition.
I need to rest my sorry head, so.
Yes,
Let's do it.
as do we all.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That guy agrees.
Well, let's crack on then.
Let's
Let's do it.
go.
Get the hell out of here.
Lego.
So it doesn't take you too long to make your way out of this cave system. You come out into the circular area where the mines seem to have ended, make your way out, and at this point now you rested and you kind of headed straight in here, so probably after all of this, it's still only maybe about like 12 o'clock, so midday sun, relatively clear sky, there's a few clouds, and you can kind of got this nice long open view, kind of like a little bit kind of bit of a ways out. You can see the kind of remains of the kind of abandoned mining settlement that you had previously rested at.
Do we want to rest here?
I believe we should catch our breath for a little while before moving on.
I need to sleep for like a year and a half, it feels like.
Now isn't a
That
good
sounds
time or
good.
place, I don't think, for that.
What we doing then?
Short rest.
Just a short rest.
Yeah,
we'll
Just
go.
a mouthful.
Just a
it's the middle of the day.
I know, but
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really quite awake here.
So you can use a short rest, you can roll some hit dice, get some HP back. But yeah, anything that resets on a long rest, you do not get back, unfortunately.
Juicy spell slots.
Oh, I've got good hit dice.
Yes, so.
That's all.
Going to just count my baby's first hit dice. D6s.
10. What a load of tosh.
Oh. I can use Channel Divinity to restore my maximum HP.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Maybe
No,
you
you
can.
forgot about that. What do you mean? What?
Yeah, you're fine, yeah.
Let's just say you and me have got some conversations to have.
22, 24
This
points.
is about the life thing, isn't it? I thought so. There we go.
Cool. So, out of the Hereford mines, kind of settled down just to take a quick, short rest. Ulrich, however, as you're sitting there, you kind of have your sword on your back, kind of your peacemaker. It's battle axe.
It's a battle axe, yeah.
Battle axe.
It's a great axe, to be specific.
Yeah. You've got this morning star next to you, and you pick it up and you start kind of looking at it, rotating over it, appreciating the craftsmanship. Make a
With my
hang on a second. Let me just think of what this would be.
little session number.
Yeah, I've had that. Are you on the sesh mode?
Yeah, mate. Always. One of my
Always on a
I
sesh.
love a nice session sometimes. Yeah.
I would say, I guess, perception, but with advantage, because this is dealing with something that you are familiar with.
Yeah.
Where I, in the short rest, as I'm bandaging my wounds, see him begin to mull over, and I would know magic items and
You
stuff.
would see this.
Yes.
Good job that was with advantage, wasn't it? Yeah. That was an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty lucky. So as you're rolling this around, and you're pretty familiar with metalwork in terms of crafting weapons, metallurgy, yeah.
Sophology.
Metallurgy. I can't fucking say it.
Metallurgy.
You,
Metallurgy, thank you.
looking at this and feeling the weight of it in the material, you realise that this is actually made out of adamantine. So a very strong and durable, very strong and durable metal, but incredibly light. So it enables people that are used to wielding things with heft to get a little bit more momentum out of them and deal more damage. As you're kind of twirling this around, you see him doing this.
I wish to intervene.
How about no?
Say, as we've previously discussed, looking out for your best interests. Might I advise precaution against looking too intently at this piece?
What's that? It's just a morning star. I mean, I've held many of them in my past, and you know, this one's a bit more fancy than usual. But I wouldn't say it caused me harm enough. I fucking bash my own head in with it. Whatever yours.
Ready all my bonus action spells. I say, in the same way that a leaf that falls from the tree is a leaf falling from a tree, when in reality it is the wind that has blown the leaf off of the branch. There could be something more driving this that you can't see.
You're like a leaf in the wind. Don't.
I'm like a leaf on the. Ulrich looks at you. Takes a second to think about what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You see a glazed look.
I say, okay,
The symbol.
let me just get one more down. You, if we need to use it in battle, go ahead. Yes. Now, put down and ignore.
Why though?
There could be unforeseen circumstances. No, hang on.
Dumb it down.
Are we able to witness this happening? Because I just picture us looking at it and going, he's got no fucking chance.
Yeah.
Good fucking
Bad,
This is a fool's errand.
bad things,
juju.
bad thing.
naughty things can occur when dealing with things
I like
we
to
do not
also
know.
crouch down.
No, he's taller than I am.
Cracking your
So
neck just to talk
Yeah,
about
I've
that.
crouched, but I'm looking up still. Bad things can happen when dealing with things we don't know. This thing we do not know.
I think Sabine is actually now laughing at your attempts.
I mean, I get what you're saying,
Great, so you'll...
but I do know what it is. It's a bloody morning star, and I've used. I can swing it. Look, I swing it like right across your face. See, it's absolutely fine. It's very light though. It's good, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm now like staring at it, like admiring it some more.
Okay.
I just look at it, I was like, well, come on, let him just play with it a little bit. Sure, it'll be fine.
If it turns out to be sentient, that'll be a bonus.
Yeah, because then he'll have two.
I'll have two. One
Cool.
that speaks to me. This one can. I don't know.
Cool.
I can feel its emotions or something. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just now like swinging it around. Good effort.
I just
though.
wanted
Great
you to
effort.
know best wishes for everyone.
Good luck.
And then I
Don't
move
fuck it up.
as far as possible.
So in this little bit of clearing, you two are just kind of sat down watching this and be like, this is not going to get through to him. And you go and you sit a little bit further away from Ulrich. You, as you're sitting there, and you're like, yeah, she's fucking cool, isn't it? You hear a voice.
Oh,
It's that voice.
Jesus. As soon as you've taken one.
You almost go slightly tunnel visioned, like everything else kind of fades a little bit, the light and everything is still there, but the main focus of your being and your intent is on this weapon. You hear a low, kind of guttural, hellish voice reach out to you.
Hot shit. The look of disdain on Danilo's face.
The Devil Gang, that's the party name. Evil dudes.
It's been a long time since someone's touched me.
Been there.
Oh!
I felt that.
I look at you guys like, you're not gonna believe this.
I doubt that.
It's fucking talking to me. Hey, do you think you could be friends with my axe as well? Gets out his axe, like, talk! Go on! Talk to each other!
Oh, god damn, you're an idiot.
Hey!
You got spunk, kid.
That's not very nice, but it's accurate. It's very accurate. I'm not what they call the brightest spark in the tool shed.
Look, I haven't spoken to anyone in so many years. Well, I tell you what. You like putting people in their place?
I mean, it's 80% of what I do.
You like crushing anybody that challenges you?
I feel like you and me are on the same wavelength, sir. Right, this one time, this guy, he tried
I
to
don't
step
need
up.
a monologue right now. I tell you what.
What?
You work with me. You bend people to your will. And you and me are gonna get along just fine.
I mean, it sounds like a great deal to me. That's what I do anyway. Bashing skulls in, making sure people know that I'm the fucking biggest orc in town.
Really, a weapon's talking to you and you ain't got a bat an eyelid?
Well, no, the other ones do as well. So you're entitled to blame for me being totally trustworthy of this
100%,
talking
and I'm
mate.
very happy that's
This is all your fault now. He's like, yeah, this is fine. It's cool.
This is totally
He's been
okay.
conditioned.
Yeah.
Have Lou.
Well,
Yeah.
you and me are gonna have a lot of fun together. I can tell that now.
I mean, we're probably gonna have to work on your very creepy tone, but
No, you don't need to worry about my tone. You just need to worry about what you and me can do to people.
alright, sounds like a good plan to me. So when do we start? What do we do?
I start to look very worried.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, are you talking out loud? Or is
yeah.
it-
So you can hear him talking out loud, but you can't hear the other end of this conversation. And to
Okay.
you two, it's a bit like, for you in particular, maybe I've given him a complex.
Yeah.
For you, it's a little bit unnerving. For you, this is bad. This is really bad.
Frederick kind of hesitantly goes to like, I don't even know, like kind of maybe touch the orb if things go a little awry, because he at least feels like he may have some kind of control over this, but he doesn't touch it. It's now just become a crutch.
Yeah.
In the space of like 2 hours, he solely relies on this thing to kind of give him a full sense of safety.
I love how much the party has changed in 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what's changed. I wonder who might have joined us to kind of kickstart that.
You came at the right time. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. You just make sure that anybody that challenges you, you put them in their place. For the meantime, you can call me Azizi.
Okay. You're going to attempt to say this.
Sure.
It's going to be all based on how well I roll.
Great.
Nice. So let me get this straight. You want me to put people in their place for challenging me? Are you challenging me?
You approaching?
Mocking me? That's all I want.
I mean, where have you been all my life? Effley McCree?
Oh God. It's fine.
Wait, no, I got this. A DD.
No, don't. I tell you what, don't you worry your little head.
Okay,
All right.
Adidas.
It's copyrighted. We'll come back to this another time.
But yeah, I've always been a very challenging individual already.
Our teacher described it.
I've been quite challenged many times over my life.
That's fine. I can tell that about you. But don't worry. With me at the helm and you behind me, there won't be anything that we can't take down together.
Sounds like the start of a beautiful friendship, my friend.
Let's have some fun.
One more time, what was your name?
Azizi.
Azizis. Is that close enough?
I feel like that's as good as I'm gonna get.
I feel like it's quite Italian as well, you know.
Yep.
Would I have heard that name before? Is this if you're saying it out loud? Azizis.
You can make a history check.
You.
And after that, the voice goes.
Am I still holding
18.
it? Okay.
18. The name itself doesn't ring any bells,
Okay.
but the actual name and the kind of the nature of it is typical of something that is found in the Hells.
Hot.
Real hard.
Real hot.
But that is all you know.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I do approach you slowly and say,
A quick aside.
"You oh no,
This is going to make my already bad character flaws even worse.
cool."
No.
I couldn't help but notice you had a conversation there. I only caught one side of it with the buried away from humankind weapon found deep underground.
Yeah.
If you had to say, if you could describe its voice to me on a scale of, say, my voice to, say, your voice,
Right.
what was it more similar to?
Oh, definitely my voice. It was quite gruff and low.
I'm taking notes.
The best way to describe it is definitely like demonic.
Aha!
Yeah, but like my voice sometimes sounds demonic when I'm like real angry. When someone like drops my pie on the floor or knocks over my ale.
I've just sent you the.
I saw a text message come through.
I say,
I think you'll be happy with it.
okay. Ol, can I call you Ol?
Cute.
Oh,
Because everyone else does.
no one's given me a nickname before. Oh, it's cute. That actually sounds great.
I'm super happy that you found this thing that you're clearly very attached to, and I just want to remind you again that I'm always looking out for you. You're
Aye.
my main guy.
It's true. You have been very good at not helping me die. Wait,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Feels a little bit hurt by this statement, which only increases his disdain.
Go and stroke your oar. Go on.
Shine it up.
But yeah, my axe speaks to me.
Yep.
These guys never really had any problems with that axe speaking to me. So why should this be any
I have
different?
no problem whatsoever. Just whatever the future holds, with whatever people say, I just want you, Ul, to know that I'm on your side. Always.
I will endeavour. Wait, no. I will endeavour.
Ish.
Endeavour.
Devilish.
I
Devilish.
know there's a vowel in that. Endeavour. Yeah. I
Very
will
good.
endeavour to remember that, kind sir. Quinn.
Excellent. Thank you.
Why are you so insistent on me making sure I don't, get the wrong idea of you? Is there?
I like making friends.
That's nice. That's real nice. Yeah, People don't often want to make friends with me.
How long does your spell last?
What spell is this?
I've got loads of spells.
Yeah, hey, it's got loads of spells.
Loads of spells. I'm a spellman.
You
It doesn't
can't.
say what it's called. Oh, it does say what it's called.
Yeah, you can't look this up for narrative purposes.
Mhm.
But the item that you have is called the Bloody End.
Not gonna make a read joke. Not gonna do it.
Nope. Yep. You're clear of that.
So yeah, you can add it, but just try not to read it. So
Cock
that
Yep.
is the benefits that you get from it.
Some real excitement.
Oh, we've
in
got
the
more
unknown.
benefits.
Yeah.
Could come with
I'm
it.
very
Okay.
stoked on this.
The boons.
Oh, funny as we speak. An
So, yeah,
hour.
when you add it, just try not to read anything further than that.
An hour.
The whole challenging thing, like, it's like such a bad thing for my character to
Yeah.
Oh.
The weapon boisterously pushes its wielder to subjugate others and to never back down from a challenge. If the wielder doesn't demand fealty from others, the weapon is happy to demand it on their behalf.
Yeah, because I just started to rein that side of me in.
Fantastic.
Maybe
Bring on the chaos.
maybe
This
have
is
that as
your
your
fault.
secondary weapon.
Yeah.
GG.
An hour.
An hour.
Yeah. Would I have a vibe that an hour is passing, or is it
I'd
soon
say
to pass?
you're getting towards the tail end of it
Okay.
because you're already in.
Oh.
You're already in it
I
when.
I say to my boy, I say, as much as I like making friends with you, you must excuse me, as I need to go make friends with the nearby bushes.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Fair enough, you do.
Yeah, I'm not going to question
It has
that.
been a long afternoon.
Yeah.
Cool. So you take a second, you wander for a little bit, and you do eventually find somewhere with a bit of
Cool. I'm a big piss.
privacy.
Well, I'd say we should probably make our way back to more familiar grounds.
Yeah, let's. We're still heading off to Runner's End, or at least on the way there.
Yes.
Yeah, we off to Runner's End then. I mean, I don't know what your plans are. Oh, are you back from the?
Zip. Yes.
Are you quite local
The
to this area?
intimidation is
Or do you at least know your way
relationship,
from
yeah.
here to Runner's End?
rest-
Let me pull up the maps.
Perhaps somewhere for us to
Yeah,
west our
it's low decent.
poorer bodies.
It does
Well,
seem
I'll do
less
it. Wow,
intimidation with
west
great
is
access,
poor.
But that's kind of the trade-off.
Oh,
It gives you other things, so yeah.
I drink your milk. Milkshake.
It's kind of cool.
Do we have a map? As in, like, as a team, do we know roughly where we're heading at the moment?
No, you were told that heading up the Golden Highway
He sent it to me.
would lead you to it, and that was about it.
Okay.
Would lead you to Runner's
Should
End.
probably
So
carry on
if
along
you
there.
just,
Aha.
you know that if you head directly west, you'd reach the main or the Golden Highway, and if you head north, that will take you to Runner's End.
And presumably on that main road, there'll be places to rest. Service stations.
truck stop.
Taxi
I need to put back up on my car.
Yeah, for the most part, depending
Sounds
on where
fair.
you lot have come from, for the most part, you would know that it's a fairly well-travelled highway. So there will still be, you'll probably spot camps every now and
Okay.
then.
You'd be
So
a
it's
fool
a pretty.
not to have a business.
I say, to answer your question, no, I'm not born on this this lovely island. However, I do believe I did believe our interests were at one point aligned. I am at a little bit of a impasse as to whether that is still the case or not. However, it is part of my mantra, shall we say, to monitor such things. So I believe that for the time being, if you'll have me, I will accompany you.
Yeah, sounds good to me. You've been stand-up gent so far.
Indeed, I have.
not been at all weird like he was when we first met him. He was very strange.
Oh, that is interesting to know.
She was quite weird when you first met her.
Sorry.
A woman.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
I don't see
People do this
gender.
all the time. Yeah, no, we'd be dead, so you might as well come along with us. We might die again and need you, so you know.
Yep. That almost certain. Frederick, have you anything to add?
He's just shining the orb.
Yeah, have you got something in your
No,
pockets?
we are
These things
grateful
you get in
for
some-
your assistance today.
No, they're kind of like predetermined.
Oh, yeah. Do I know what they are? That's just like
Thank you.
part of the...
Don't mention
No, no,
it.
it says...
Kind of near know their answer. Okay, so yeah, up the Golden Road.
Just
Up your golden road.
Up you go, my way. Whoosh. Up the Golden
We're
Road.
going up the road, mate.
We're
Follow
going
you
up
the big road.
on a Tuesday.
So it does take you. So you've all got horses. Granted, once again, you get on yours and there's a.
That poor
Did
animal.
you come?
Frederick puts his hands against the wall.
It's a heavy load for it to bear.
Oh,
Please stop.
That's naughty.
Jason, stop it!
But you make your way
blood
back.
in your blood.
You do make your way back to
Horse
the golden.
penis in your blood.
You do make your way back to the golden highway. And there is every now and again a cart or two that kind of passes your way, and you start making your way northwards towards
Runner's End.
Runner's End, yeah.
On that road, I asked the group, Clippity Clop, thank you. May I ask what brings you to Runner's End?
We were tasked by a mutual friend of ours back in Terrasol.
Luxem.
Luxem via Terrasol.
All roads lead to
Paris to
Terrasol.
Terrasol, as the phrase goes. That our mutual acquaintance and rather attractive young man named Edwin
Oh yeah, they're gonna fuck us someone, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus.
was very keen for us to send a message up to Terrasol and to retrieve. I think I have it in my notebook here. Just give me a second to find the right page.
Edwin.
Ask us to
Edwin
go get
sent you
Line.
to.
Line.
Edwin sent you to Runner's End to meet up with a individual by the name of Noe.
Edwin sent us to Runner's End to meet up
No
with
way.
a individual by the name of Noe
To retrieve an item.
to retrieve a undisclosed item.
You'd be a shit actor, man.
Oh, and wasn't he going to give Ulrich something in return for this?
Aye, it was like a javelin of some sort I could throw at people's faces.
You've got loads of weapons now.
So it would
I
be-
know I'm all fucking kitted out, aren't I?
Good thing that you're still alive, that you'll be able to get rewarded for this
Why do you
errand.
keep saying that's a good... What, did I almost die or something? What's going on here?
Let's
We
just
are
say there was
very
a
blessed.
So as he says this, you do all notice that he now has a rather intimidating looking morning star just kind of hanging from his belt hoop.
Nice.
Kind of like dual wield the axe.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's,
don't think you're going to need that spear anymore.
Is Runner's End a...
Well, no, I don't have any ranged stuff, so it'll be quite useful for that.
Oh, you're right, yeah. You could throw the morning star.
Well, no, I'm quite attached to it.
Oh, I did. Okay, yeah.
But-
As well.
But should the time come, there's always a possibility to throw it if you should need to throw it at something.
Why do you want it for yourself, do you?
I show you how frail my body is.
Oh,
And-
fair point. I don't know what I was thinking.
And
My bad.
complete lack of any weapons. Go, no, that's... weapons aren't my style.
No, I can see that now. Now I've taken a proper look at you.
I blush.
I can see that. Yeah, nice ass, mate.
Wow.
An awful lot of Pilates.
Oh, I like yoga lattes. Mainly because it sounds way fun to say.
Yeah.
It's almost like a coffee. Yoga lattes.
Yoga lattes, yoga mocha.
We have fun, don't we?
With a couple
Us
of
two.
cappuccinos. Wait, no. That's not it.
I just see them two. I just see these two vibing, and I try and catch her eye like.
Are you at all familiar with Renaissance, Mr.
Delario.
Quinn?
No, I can't quite say I am. It will be new grounds for me.
And what exactly was it that brought you out to this wretched part of this realm? What did you intend to do?
I heard
I'm not going to speak
a
it.
rumour
Can't
that
read all
there
that.
was something in those
You can-
caves that
you can
required
read that.
my attention. I believe you
It's just like it.
heard something similar. So
And why did you hear these things?
I happen to have many contacts spread around the world.
Are you like some kind of spy or some shit?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted to meet a spy.
Although if
Then
you were-
yes.
Play, I spy. You know?
Can I kind of give him a once over?
Why's everyone checking me out now?
Do you put gloves on
There's a
for it?
certain thing I'm looking for.
Everyone's trying to
Well,
chirp
it's
me.
penis.
He's trying to get me by the penis, people.
What is it that you're trying to look for?
A symbol that looks like a musical instrument, also known as a harp.
Make a perception check.
Kinky.
Is that a new I've just noticed in the dice tray, mate.
No, I've had this for a while.
Have you?
Yeah, I got it when I got these dice.
Nice
been very
tray,
observant.
bruh.
But I keep it on my bottom shelf, on my bookshelf, so the cat's kind of infected it
I
with his
see.
hair. 14.
14. Nothing immediately kind of stands out to you. Seems relatively plain dressed for a scholarly type.
What are your thoughts on gaining knowledge? Here in my garage.
That's what I live for.
Behold!
My stuff.
My books. I flick through my tome of spells and say, the sum of all my knowledge.
Do you gain and share this knowledge?
I do half of that.
Do you like jazz?
You're like Huey Lewis of the news.
Let me put it another way for you. I have studied long and hard to get where I am today, all through my own ability and merit, unlike other people in this world who choose alternative lifestyles, shall we say, when it comes to the accrual of arcane power.
He's fucking with you, bro.
The organisation that I wish to lay my services to has no boundaries of gaining knowledge, and we feel that what we are doing is correct, as someone must be the ones to sort the right from wrong.
The fact that you assume I was referring to you says more about you than it does about me.
Orin walks over and is like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
We're
We're
just
meant to be
measuring
getting
our
back on the
dicks.
road.
We're still
I want to
riding
get
at
this
this point.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how fucking hungry I am? I need some food in my belly, and you two are like talking shit about shit. Come on, get your shit together.
You are, of course,
Oh.
right.
Wonderful. I love this.
I'm scared for my life.
Yeah, you won't like when I'm angry.
That's
Again?
the trick. I'm always angry.
Always angry.
You're a human, right?
I am indeed.
Okay.
Born and bred and raised.
Doubt.
Big X button. Big X button. Damn.
Handsome to boot.
Oh, not more handsome than me.
I'd like to roll for handsome.
I
For
do.
handsome. Mbop. Now that's a travel song. On the road.
Good. Did not ask you.
Sure thing.
Sure thing. One moment, please.
Okay, my demeanour towards Quinn has kind of lightened because I am of the thought that he could be a harper.
Or because already gone on the road.
Or he at least exhibits the qualities that we would look for in recruiting.
Okay.
I shout up to my boy Al and say,
Hey, remember how we're best friends?
"Yeah, it's always got. You've got to really
We're
repetition.
vibing
It's
so hard.
repetition.
Like, I know it's only been an afternoon.
I say, well done for setting the pace. We'll catch you up. I'd like to
Just
speak.
yell back and be like, Sib.
So I know, like, we're all on horses, but is our Quinn's legs still on the horse while his whole upper torso is up Ulrich's ass?
Strangely, yeah.
Quite. Interesting. Right.
Beautiful.
I'd like to just in private, so out earshot of yourself for the first time in this conversation, I will just say to you, when a level of trust has been reached, then perhaps we can share more if I deem it beneficial. Until that day, let us go.
Understandable. We'll be on our way.
Where did you get that accent?
So you've been riding for a little bit now. You,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I got a thing I've got to do.
Piss again.
Shit.
You've got a really small bladder.
Assuming that maybe he and I were held back a little bit to have our private conversation,
Yep.
can I, as a sign of camaraderie, pat his horse on the arse to get it to the moose?
Okay, if you're doing it specifically in terms of like, hey,
Yeah.
make a deception check for me.
Cool.
Mum.
Nat
Oh,
20.
wow.
Beautiful.
I'm already in the next town.
I'm there.
You just fast travel.
22 in
This
total.
guy is just, you're breaking ground with him. Yeah, there's something about him. He's got a bit of hoopster about him.
He's a real mensch.
Yeah.
But a hoopster.
Yeah, so you managed to smack his horse on the
Just
arse.
to get a little
he
bit
doesn't
of a-
look back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
Never go back.
Go back in anger.
cool.
Cool.
So that gives you, yep. Okay, so you keep travelling. We'll say that for the time being, Ulrich's at the front, Sabine just behind, yourself, and then Quinn.
Uh-huh.
And you travel for another few hours or so. And just as it's starting to get to around about sunset, can I get you all to make perception checks for me?
You do.
That is a 23 from me.
17.
6.
Too busy pissing.
Yeah, I have a very delicate bladder.
I'm just dropping the urines.
Natural 20.
Nice.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, because you are knackered.
10.
So, your keen eyesight, you see directly ahead of you what looks like a series of, like a snowy mountain, which seems odd given that there is a mountain range to the side of you, obviously quite a few miles away. But it's odd that it would be right in the middle of the road. And you keep pressing forwards, and as you get closer you can see that there is almost like a structure to it, like it's been carved. As you get even closer, you start to notice that the vegetation is starting to kind of grey and wilt, becomes more sporadic, and it gives way to more kind of like harsh, kind of like rock and dirt. And again, you keep getting closer, and as you're getting closer, you can actually see that there seems to be like almost like a central column, massive, like we're talking like probably about 80 feet high, and the actual diameter of it is probably about 30 feet, and there seems to be these almost like spires that come out of it and kind of extend beyond your vision. With that roll, as you're starting to get closer, it almost looks like it's the skeletal structure of something.
Okay.
Seems safe.
Good God.
And it's just right in the middle of the path.
Yeah, so the actual highway leads almost kind of in between the top parts of these spires and leads underneath this giant structure. You can still see every now and again there will be coming that people that are kind of overtaking you or coming towards you.
Okay, so and no one seems perplexed by this as they're coming, so it's kind of par for the course. Mm-hmm. Okay. What a lovely, lovely view.
At this,
can I
distance,
at least figure out what the skeletal structure is?
Sure. Make either a nature or a history check for me.
I've got the same. 15.
15. You don't really know specifically what this structure is, what it belongs to, if it's man-made, if it's natural. But you have heard that there was an event that happened here about 100 to 150 years ago. You don't know the specifics to it, but you're like, I remember reading something about this. At this distance now, you can all now see this, and you can start to see that there is actually at the main column that seems to run from the entry point of this place, which is probably about 25, 30 feet high and about 40 feet wide. Just from this main entry point, it seems to segment and go all the way, like quite a ways away from you, probably about 150 feet away from you. And there are just these like spires that come out and crush into the ground and seem to be connecting, and almost make like a cage around this area.
Could we deduce that it was like a rib cage of some sort or something?
You could maybe hazard a guess that just based on the coloration of it, the size of it, the design of it, it looks similar to a rib cage of some sort. And as you're entering, there is, at this point now, a complete lack of any kind of healthy vegetation. There is just wilted and dead grass. Any kind of bushes are just the actual kind of wood and branches of it. And as you're entering, you can now start to hear like a loud noise kind of emanating from the central area underneath this giant structure as you're kind of starting to ride underneath it. And the way that the kind of sunset light is now hitting it, it kind of casts these massive long line shadows across it, kind of across this seemingly massive open chasm ahead of you. There's a few encampments kind of dotted around the outside of this, and as you're kind of riding in, nobody really seems to bat an eyelid to you. Around the outside.
Are there trailer park girls going round?
There does appear to be a couple of trailer park girls who are round the outside.
No, good. Wouldn't want them to be anywhere else, really.
Yeah. I had heard that.
Yeah.
I turn to everybody and say, which one of these camps do you think does the best pie then?
Can we smell pie anywhere?
Yeah, can we do a perception check with smell?
pie.
Everybody make a perception check. Sure,
Yay.
why the fuck not?
We go find the pie.
2.
Yeah.
I have coronavirus because I can't smell it.
I'm an 11.
Give me. Oh, it was.
16 for me.
11. My pie.
Your boy needs pie.
Okay. You kind of catch a couple of different scents. For the most part, it's like the smell of campfires, kind of cooking meat, that sort of thing. Just a general slight waft in the air. You, with your role, you not only do you catch the scent of it, of like almost like a blasting type powder in the air. That's like almost like a kind of a heavy, thick smoke. But you also hear like just slight echo of that, kind of emanating from this massive. As you're kind of coming in, you can kind of see that there are these small encampments, but the road itself still seems to lead towards this massive precipice, and it seems to be emanating from this. We're talking massive hole, like probably like about 70 feet from side to side.
I think we should carry on, head on into that huge hole.
When in doubt.
Follow your nose.
Do you not want to get some pie first?
No, I think the pie's that way. That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay,
saying.
yeah. Then
Like a decent pie.
Were you guys given any instructions as to how far away Runner's End would be?
No.
Is this kind of aligning with your expectations?
I mean, we know shit all.
It is
just
good
to go.
that I have come with you going forward. In which case, then,
Just to clarify, how many slots do you have?
I've got some back on my short rest.
Okay.
Bear in mind, the other thing is not taken up
It's not.
no, because I've got someone else
Cool. Okay.
to do that. Just
Fine.
that thing.
Some sly dealings going on.
Yeah, something we're not aware of.
I say, is this?
The game is a
Some of the slots, Senor Wizard.
I say, as we've reached, well, it seems to the first sign of any kind of civilization since we began travelling. Do we think that this is the eponymous runners, the end of the eponymous runner?
We could ask someone. I mean, I don't know where we are.
Can I see anyone?
Yeah, I mean, as you're kind of like riding up towards this kind of precipice, there's as I said, there's a couple of camps that are relatively close by. You can stop and ask someone, and on like the kind of the right hand side, relatively close to the path, there seems to be like a son and a father who are kind of feverishly kind of like talking to each other, like kind of like, right, okay, so what we do tomorrow?
I'll turn to
Go
the
down.
You there? Hi.
Hello.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Where
I
are we?
pull up aside Ulrich to kind of balm his his abrasiveness.
Yeah.
Where are we? Oh, hello. Oh, what?
Good day.
This is Runner's End.
Oh,
Ah.
Hey.
good.
Hey.
You
That's
can already see that he's
Hey.
kind of like shifting his kid, like kind of behind him.
good. That's where we're trying to get. Thank you very much, sir.
No worries.
I tip him what is wrong with my Mac today?
To be fair, is it
Like
just being
20
really
years
slow?
old.
There's nothing wrong with old Macs.
This is 2012.
So is this?
Yeah. Hey,
It's got me
it's
up there.
2015.
Louise.
Yeah. Not as old.
Disadvantage.
I gotcha.
I chuck him a silver. Like, thank you very much.
Kind of like catches it. Okay. Somewhat like,
This is great.
Oh no. Oh no.
What's wrong with us?
No.
No. This guy's going to freak out.
I would like to bellow at the bottom.
Do not challenge the orc.
Take this recompense and leave us.
No, but it's all right, Phil. I got this. You seemed a bit unhappy with us.
Let's pop that handbrake on.
Oh, I didn't mean anything by it.
Why did you make that face?
It's
Something wrong with my silver, young sir?
nothing wrong with silver, sir. It's great.
Alright then. I'll be on my way then.
Okay.
Readying. Yeah, I was readying this.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Just know.
He's already, like, he's starting turning away to his kid. Like, it's okay.
One more thing.
Just know.
Remind me.
A silver in my day meant a lot of nice things.
I'm sure.
That's right, yeah.
Take pleasure.
Clippity clap.
It's just like,
Don't watch.
I love that just.
It's the first time.
Sophia.
First time, and not it won't be the last time when we have incidents like that.
We're just gonna be behind him, like.
I mean, it was bad before.
It's gonna
Now
be
there's a sentient morning star that wants me to.
chat. Yeah.
I wanna, as we ride away, and I wipe the sweat from my brow. I wanna cast a message at that guy and just say, "Please excuse my friend. He is from a different culture. And meant no disrespect."
This guy's having the weirdest day.
What the?
my son is just like,
What's
going on, Dad? Did the Batman touch you?
So we have reached the destination.
Yeah. How do you think we're gonna find this Neo? Ao? What's his name?
There's
Sorry.
No way.
No way, character.
No way.
I have
No
an idea.
way.
I have an idea.
Oh, please. Do
Stop
share.
And this super loud. Like, so loud. It's just like, no way! Looking for a no way!
Make a performance check for me
Nice.
Sure, cool.
with disadvantage.
Hang on.
Are we? Where we're at? Is it like a group of encampments?
So, from where you just kind of pass underneath this kind of structure point, there's probably about maybe 40 to 50 feet of just open kind of like camping area
Okay.
before it hits the precipice of this
I want
chasm.
14.
14?
to kind of look around and see if I can see any Harper symbols.
Cool. Make a perception check. It carries. There's a few people within the area that kind of look over to you and like. But nobody seems to react to the name.
Sounds like they're all disrespecting you.
No, it doesn't.
Um,
Everyone wants to be your friend.
I
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. I wasn't listening to what you said. I say. What's going on? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
I have a
What'd you
net
roll?
20.
20.
And I just remembered I also have, obviously because my background is a faction agent, I have a feature called Safe Haven. So I can recognise symbols and passwords. And
As you're riding in and you're kind of taking in the environment, there doesn't appear to be anybody that has a symbol of the Harpers. You see various kind of encampments of people that are young. There's the father and son that you saw. There appears to be a bit of a larger encampment. There's a group of maybe about 10 to 15 people, varying heights, varying ages, genders, who all seem to be in like a deep huddle, kind of like cheer at the end of a kind of like a group chat. And you can see as you kind of look out, there are various camp lights that are dotted, especially with the sun kind of starting to set, all the way around this kind of upper region. But yeah, there is a distinct lack of vegetation. Anything healthy is like what you're kind of marching on is like ground up, like unhealthy looking dirt and almost charcoal like rock.
Well, seeing as that didn't work, we should probably go and speak to one of these camps. See if we can find someone who might know this No Way.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea, I'd say.
I'll head over to the big group of people that cheered.
I will follow you,
Same.
knowing that you are safe haven.
Cool. So you start marching over towards this group, kind of passing other smaller encampments, and on your way there. And as you do, you hear another loud explosion kind of emanating from this chasm. Though nobody seems to bat an eyelid.
Okay.
For everybody else here, that's just like normal. But you arrive to this group, and for the most part, it is a mostly human group. There's a couple of dwarves in there, like one elf, and then a halfling as well, who would be wrapping soon.
Is the elf just kind of in the midst with everyone else? He doesn't have a
Yeah,
name?
yeah. So they're all pretty much. There's like one singular person who was addressing the group itself, and everybody now kind of seems to be picking up gear and kind of getting ready to move out somewhere.
Okay. Excuse me, gentlemen. I am here on errand, hoping to find someone known to these parts called Noe. I figured it'd be best to ask the largest group of travellers I could find to ask if this is someone that you may have heard of.
Just asking me.
Yeah.
The group.
Presenting myself to the group.
For most
Hands against the wall.
most of them are busy kind of packing up their gear and kind of marching off towards where the road meets this kind of chasm. One of them does turn around, kind of slightly younger looking human male, probably about like 25, fairly clean cut. It doesn't appear to be that dirty. You could probably surmise that this is his first time here. He just kind of turns around and says, "Oh, hey. Well, I guess there's a lot of people here. I mean, probably maybe if you look deeper down, you might be able to find them. He might be in one of these encampments. But we've got some work to do. So, I mean, sorry."
Well, I appreciate your information, and I wish that you all find safe haven wherever it is that you may. Bye.
Thanks. Wait up, guys! And he kind of runs after the
Oh.
main bulk of the group.
Spin was just gonna shout, "What is it you're doing here? What is it you do here?"
As he's like running away, the one that was addressing this crowd, who kind of has like a stump arm and kind of like very beaten up leathers, kind of a very weathered face, bit of a beard with some grey in there. Just kind of looks and he's like,
Well, looking for anything of value. You know this place?
No.
This is Runner's End. This is where people come to possibly make a fortune. There's a big fight that went down here some years ago. There's all sorts of good down there. You just gotta find it.
You wouldn't perhaps know anyone called Noe that's come down to find anything like that.
Oh wait, what kind of a stupid ass name was that?
I mean, I didn't come up with it, but
It's not my name.
no, it's not my name.
He's just saying what you're all thinking.
Yeah.
No, I've been here a couple of times. I've never met a man by the name of No Way. But
No way.
this group here, they're all pretty fresh. All looking to make their money. I'm hoping to make that for them. But yeah, maybe if you has this person been here for a while?
I just look at you guys because it was. Sorry, you because it was for you.
I didn't know about it, no.
It was just me, wasn't it?
Oh, so we're relying on.
Yeah, no, we are. Yeah.
From when Edwin initially mentioned this to you, this is probably now like maybe a week and a bit ago. So he would have been here for a while.
Okay. I'll convey that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's been here that long, then I suppose he would be down deeper in the depths, perhaps. I mean, you can try either a dig site, or maybe you could try one of the makeshift bars. I don't know, but I've got a bunch of rookies to attend to.
No, that
so
sounds
don't
like
mind me.
Great idea. Thank
Kinda
you.
puts like a leather cap on his stump, and then affixes like an appendage to it, which is on the other end. It's just like a hand that's permanently fixed to the middle finger.
But before you go, one question.
Mm-hmm.
Pa. Where can I get it?
Pa.
Pa. P.
P.
EE.
Uh,
NEIS.
R.
R.
E. Pie.
Pre.
P.
Pa.
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 You know, it's
I don't
like,
know what the fuck you talking about,
it's like
boy.
pastry. We like filling.
Oh, pie.
Yeah.
Pie. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find that around these parts.
Oh.
Yeah, most of what they do is just, bit of meat over the fire. That's about as much as you'll find. You can try one of the makeshift taverns. They're kind of shitholes, really, but that might be something for you.
Alright. Bit disappointed, but fine.
It ain't their life.
You know what? You're not wrong.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I just need to. make
What
a
was
note
this
that-
guy's name? Because he's spitting
I gotta make
truth.
Frederick's wife just changed.
Hi, I'm 14 and that was deep.
Cool. Right, well, like I say, I got
thank you
rookies
for
to
your
look
help.
after.
On your way.
Oh, which direction for the tavern?
The shitholes.
Shithole.
Just follow the road into the chasm. It's pretty much a straight shot round and round until you
Under-
get to the dark depths.
Underground.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Well, great app.
So he slowly makes his way away, catches up with his group, and you're kind of left there like,
Cool, well, let's head to the tavern. I need to have some rest or some shit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Let's head into the end.
Into the end.
So
Right, we head
you-
to the nearest tavern.
Shithole.
Shithole.
Take us to a shithole.
So you make your way up to where the road meets the actual precipice, and you can see now that there's a bit of rock that's kind of part of the wall that actually starts to curve and slowly leads down and down and down. This thing goes down maybe like you can't even see the end. All you can see are there's little spatterings of light kind of periodically placed all around this kind of path that seems to be down. And it goes down maybe like 120 to 150 feet deep. There are kind of portions where there's a bit more of like groupings of light that seem to light up possible areas of rest for people. You hear screams of joy and laughter. You can every now and again hear like blasting happening, and there's like a continuous sound of ting ting kind of ringing out from this pit.
As we're heading down, I've got in my head it's like a mine, like a those big like salt mines where they've got like a ramp that goes all the way around the
Yeah.
side. I say to the group, it can be prudent the deeper we go into these kind of places. Let's just not tell everybody that we've never been here before. Let's
I think it would be best to father's advice and not be so hasty to
Yeah.
indulge the fact that we are newcomers.
They can be unsavoury individuals. So,
Sabine just like gets some dirt off the floor and just does that and goes, yeah, there you go, see?
very good.
Sorted.
Ulrich goes to do that and looks at himself. He's like, I'll be fine.
And as you start making your way down deeper, we'll call it there.
Ooh.
Thank goodness I'm still alive.
Yes.
And,
Hello.
and we didn't have to sell anybody's soul.
Nope.
Sai, what are you up to tomorrow?
I have a day off, so.
I'm working, but we'll catch up.
Oh, look at them hands. Look at them hands.
There is a very specific part of my class that I think is going to have to be changed.
Yeah, there's some stuff that you and me need to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, that bit where your character has a soul. Yeah, that needs to
Nope,
go.
it's gotta go.
Yeah.
He's still got a soul.
Just with a perchance for death.
It's just rented at this point.
Right. Well, for the sake of the recording, whether or not we end up using this, that'd be the end. I don't know when the next one will be because we never really know when it's going to be anyway. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.
Piton.
People.
Piton.
Oh, Piton.
Le Piton.
Piton.
Spelunking. That was fun.
That's the name of this session.
Spelunking.
Spelunking with Pitons.
Just make it a note of that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
GG,
Fuck off.
Daddy
See you
DM.
later.
Peace out.
Bye.
Thank
Peace
you,
be with
bye.
you.
Bye.